Hello, hello. It's Friday night. The thrift store doors are open for service. Trying to get my late night radio voice on. Some chillin' vibes, some groovy tunes, get you in the mood for the weekend. It's Friday Night Live with Tsp Tv. I'm your host, Thrift Store Prepper. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Soon we'll be opening the doors to the thrift store. What lies inside, who knows? It's Friday Night Live, TSP is full of surprise. Rhyming and subliming. Everyday, regular, normal guy. Just trying to keep it alive. Going with the flow. On this Friday night, I'm sure we got Nancy in the audience. I'm sure Baby Pamplin's here. Who else is here? We will see momentarily. But the doors are about to be opening to the thrift store. Welcome, 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 welcome. So how are y'all doing out there in YouTube land? Although you may not be living in YouTube land. So it just looks like we've got Baby P and Nancy. Is that it? Is that all we have in the house right now? My goodness, I'm not saying that I'm disappointed that it's just you two. Can ask for better company in all honesty, but it would be nice if there were a few more. So let me just get your comments up on the screen. It's saying I've got one viewer. One viewer. Yeah, YouTube. Well, my goodness, I was kind of hoping for a few more. It is Friday night, but maybe some people have places to go, people to see. Who knows? You know, maybe people are sticking with the old normal. So let me just rearrange my camera just slightly for you there. So I'm just two of us. Well, my goodness, I'm not going to start going on into anything too major, seeing as there are the two. Maybe I should have played some more music. Maybe I should. Judy be by, I think. Well, never mind. It isn't exactly a scheduled or planned event, Baby P. We did just kind of put this together a little bit on the women, partly because yesterday was a little bit of a shambolic event. Although we did have some fun and laughs getting ourselves through those shambolic series events. I figured, you know what, you guys may have been a little bit shortchanged for that. We are trying to newly improve, upgrade, start getting a little bit better. Well, I did post it in the Discord, did post it in the community section. I think it was posted to the Facebook groups. There was about 40 minutes notice, perhaps 30 minutes, I'm not sure, but we did try and get a few people. There's a third person now, so maybe we should try the age-old fail-safe. So guys, you know what, seeing as there's only three, I'm probably going to be wrapping this up in the next couple of minutes. Probably say goodnight, call it a night, get an early one. I do got a busy day tonight, so we will be wrapping this up very shortly, guys. And now cue a Gusset Girl. Gusset Girl, help me out. Simulated reality, don't let me down right now. But we are jesting, we aren't going to be stopping just yet. So we do got a third person. Who that third person is, we don't know. Reveal yourself, third person. Say hello, don't be shy. If you are a new timer or first timer, we are very welcoming and make the most of not having so many people at the thrift store right now. Yeah, cue the gussets, nobody knows. So I guess for now, I could possibly just entertain the three of you whimsically with ramblings about nothing in the good old-fashioned Costanza spirit. What do you think about that? We do got 4 folks in the house now. Still waiting to see who customer 3 and customer 4 are. Though you're not customers, you know, the thrift store is a place where you come and explore, rummage around, take what you want, but want what you take. Banana, that's right. Let's cue those Gusset girls, Nancy. Come on, Shah, come on down. Yeah, well, we do a little bit as well as this, as you do know that I have been tinkering around. We've got a little bit of a new look studio. We've also got a backdrop, and that's backdrop I do want to show you a little bit later. So whoever the fourth person was, they've left, they've had enough, they've took what they wanted from the thrift store, and they've gone to find another stream to watch. Maybe Unicorn Rioter streaming live from Minneapolis, and concentrating solely on interviewing the crisis actors and agent provocateurs. Interesting stuff going down in Minneapolis. Not sure if we can touch on that. You do know, guys, what happens to me when I touch on these subjects. Baby P, you of all people will know this. So still only 3 folks. Maybe we will have to wrap it up. They have their masks on. Who has their masks on? Are you talking about Minneapolis or the thrift store viewers that have not decided to join us this Friday night? I thought maybe Friday Night Live would be a good thing to have. Maybe even might do this more regularly than just the Thursday. I'm not sure. We are still, as I said, trying to improve and get the best balance for everybody. We started going 10 o'clock this week on Tuesday, and a bunch of people kind of did have to leave early, so I am also going to possibly look at maybe tinkering a little bit over we go. We just want to get it perfect, you know, and sometimes when you set things up, you just have to kind of rearrange everything, you know. Everything's in place, but you just need it to tweak it to get it perfect. I am mask free tonight. Yeah, you've got a night off, baby pamphlet. Another reason I thought, you know what, let's treat the thrift fan to a little bonus episode this evening. So I'm going to try something new and look at the TV screen and leave my hand here, because hopefully you can read the comments there. And it looks like I'm actually trying to point to the emoji, and the emoji's gone. Just when I got it lined up, the emoji disappeared. So put an emoji up and see if you can line it up with my finger. That's what I'm trying to do. But that was one of my main sort of obstacles to get over, was figuring out how to put your comments on the wall, but we've overcome that. Yesterday we did have that incident where the stream froze, if you remember. I'm going to try and put the finger there again. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. We've got it lined up. There's the emoji, so we've got them right there where we want them, and awesome. So that could also provide with some like shenanigans. You can put stuff in and like maybe, hey, look at this. You see what I'm saying? Check out those comments. Well, maybe it's good that it's just Nancy and Baby P here today, because we can have a little bit of fun in messing around. Maybe Discord, don't know. Go and tell them, go off, Nancy. Go and earn yourself a gold merit star, and tell them it was posted in Discord. Maybe they're boycotting me. Maybe they've had enough. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it is Friday night. We are live. And as I said, we are trying to sort of tinker and just get everything perfect. And after yesterday, it was a little bit of a, as I said, shambolic event, with the stream cutting out. And then we had to restart it, kind of lost my direction a little bit, and kind of Costanza'd our way through things, and we did get a couple of rants, and even a few new people. Maybe we scared them away, and that's kind of not what I want to be doing. We want to kind of be trying to entice a few more people into the thrift store and hopefully become part of the fam. So let's let Nancy run off and do her thing. Go and tell them, yo bitches, TSP's on. It's Friday. We've had a pretty funky intro. We're on a laid back vibe. I am rolling into my Saturday. Hopefully I'm going to be up earlier tomorrow to get myself down to the protest a little bit earlier. But I don't want to waste too much of my context. So I do know that you was watching the Karens. That was something I did put out today. I'm actually quite proud of that in my own right. Something I'm pretty glad that I managed to put that together today without so many glitches. I kept it simple. I didn't overly edit it just because I don't want to encounter any complications. But that was a very well put together video, I thought, and a lot of interesting I actually was watching it myself, and all of a sudden found sometimes when you make the videos, you don't actually I mean, you know what you're making, but you're not exactly absorbing the information. But when I kind of watched it back, I was like, wow, this is actually a pretty good video. So the protest, we will be there tomorrow. The Manchurian Karens, that is a good video. And also wanted to kind of pimp my new intro, one of my new intros on that, and it was almost glitch free. There was one tiny little edit in that you probably won't notice, but I will. And maybe this was kind of a little bit of a bad thing in my sense, because I do have a little bit of an OCD, and once you kind of start tinkering and trying to improve, you kind of, that's when the OCDs can kick in. And of course, before, when I just kind of used to press play and hope for the best, it made for entertaining content. But I want something to be a little bit more, you know, maybe entertaining, informative, and well put together. So I'm pretty sure you were going to say it was good anyway, Nancy. So what did the Discordians say? Anything? Nothing? Maybe Aztec has stolen them away and he's got his own little Discord going called Aztec's Garden Corner. He does like to garden. He does got those green fingers. Not something I've ever really done that much of myself. I was thinking I do got some seeds maybe this summer as some more content in trying to bring you programming rather than just being a one-trick pony. Might do a little bit of gardening. I do got some seeds. Also got a little space I could possibly make a Dave memorial vegetable garden. You know, if you can recall Dave, my little baby squirrel that I rescued and tried lovingly and tenderly to keep alive until springtime to let him go. Sadly, a few days into that, he passed away. Come home and found him. So you do understand that OCD. So that's a little bit of what I'm doing. I want to get things a little bit to what I consider my perfection. So there might even be, if you notice, a little bit of rearranging going on there. So we probably won't, I mean, I didn't really have anything particularly planned tonight. Maybe sort of address some of those things we talked about yesterday, because I did kind of delete those videos, and the other reason why is because I've got the protest tomorrow. Hopefully I've already set up and scheduled the live stream for that, and I've shared it on some of the relevant Facebook and social media feeds, and already got a few comments on the social media feeds about those. So hopefully getting it out nice and early, getting the schedule up, might give people a lot of chance to promote it. And a couple of the social media groups that I have shared it with have actually sort of said, could you let us have it in advance, give us a start time so that we can promote this for you. So that's a little bit of that. And also maybe, you know, we did see a little bit of a boost of subscribers over the weekend and over last week as a result of this. Some of those were stolen away from me on Monday by the algorithm, but we have seen a little bit. We're almost back where we kind of ended last weekend. Sunday evening I had 1,990 subscribers, getting a little bit excited that possibly we might hit the 2K. And then the day after we had a little bit of a landslide of unsubscribing, but we're back up to 1986 right now. Well, I hope so, baby people. I don't sort of want to milk dead horses, so to speak, if that is even a phrase. Can you, I should put the hand in the picture, right? Can you milk a dead horse? Probably not. I thought for a minute, we had a freezing then. I really hate that I will be asleep tomorrow, but I know I will enjoy the replay. Yeah, well, sometimes it's not the same without all of the fam there, and as I said, some of you guys, you kind of give me a little bit of strength and support just by watching. It's like I'm going there with you guys and not necessarily going on my own. Your cats are sleeping in your aloe plants. That's a nice place to sleep. I could do with a nice sleep under or next to a cactus. Well, there you go. Hoopties is here. Didn't exactly arrive on cue when we were talking about the Gusset Girls, but it's always glad. One of the, I'm not saying all of you customers. Why am I calling you customers? We're at the thrift store, I guess that's why. But Hoopties is one of those ones that just brightens up the place just by, hey guys, we already know that we're in for a good show. So one of the Gusset Girls is arrived. I don't know if any of the other Gussets, we have been sort of teasing the algorithm a little bit, Hoops, in saying we are going to be wrapping this shit up shortly, but we probably won't be. We are just trying to trigger the Gusset Girls. And very funny, yesterday in the second stream we were talking about the Gusset Girls, and look what happened. Almel arrives. I don't know if that's because she was waiting on the sidelines. I do have a suspicion some of you do that, but we were talking about Al Mel and the Gusset Girls, and then she did show up. Whether or not that is because our little thrift fam community is that connected, you tell me, or it might just be that cheeky little Al Mel was sitting on the sidelines waiting for a moment, and her little son, you know, I do try to make a fuss with you when you turn up here, but at the same time, you know, we were getting some distractions from the chat, and sometimes those distractions kind of made me lose my direction and forget about what I was talking about. Maybe I didn't often bring you the show I intended. Now, yesterday I did have a lot of good news. I don't really want to be able to report until after the weekend, but things are looking in the a little bit on the up. Whether or not these things come to be, we'll see. It happens at the bar. I conjure customers by mentioning them. So let's try and mention some of them now. So guys, let's test. Let's give it a live experiment. Start typing in the comments some of the names of other thrift fam. You know, maybe give Jasper a shout out, maybe give Disabled and Prepping a shout out, Al Mel, Judy Bell, she's got the kids, I know, so she's got her hands full. Killer Kyle, I haven't seen him for an awful long time, and I actually do need to speak to him. Trip, yeah, hear us. Okay, my Sean, that's not really a name now, is it, Nancy? Now, remember we did have the naughty corner yesterday. Now, we were having a little chat, me and a couple of the moderator girls earlier in the day, about maybe we might start introducing the naughty corner, and Maida Montana, she is a good sport, and went along ad-libbing and improving last night with the naughty corner, and she did get sent out a couple of times for eating mint chocolate chip ice cream and using an air fryer. Shame on you, Maiden Montana. So that's good. We got Double M, we got Deborah, we got Sings. Yeah, we could do with Sings a lot. So it's a thrift fam. We're sending out the vibes to you. Let's see if we can test the theory. As I said, Nancy, you did have a little go over to Discord, I guess, and see if you could get some of the thrift fam up and notified that we are live this Friday night. So I did have an unexpected visitor last Saturday, and I don't really want to say groupie. That's not an accurate description, but somebody that I did befriend from the protest that you may be familiar with from those live streams actually decided to come home with me, and purely innocent. There was no nakedness or bodily fluids exchanged. I'm not going to big it up like that, but I've never really entertained anybody before, ever, in my basement. Only Robert Al Mel, and that was only once when I managed to blow her up, and then she deflated pretty rapidly, and just like kind of all the women in my life, is no longer in my life. But anyway, I did have a sort of unexpected guest and visitor, so I did have a little bit of a spruce around and spring clean. You went to the corner, yes, you did, for your 14 comments, but you do know we love you for it. But anyway, that was something I thought was a little bit of fun. Sometimes, you know, you have to salvage things from the ashes, and something I did also mention is I'm thinking about of ways that I can possibly raise some funds in order to firstly kind of pay my rent and give me a little bit of a comfort zone on that for the foreseeable future, and maybe raise a little bit of extra funds to kind of replace some items, because you know I've got a glitchy phone. The thrift phone got destroyed, gone, lost forever. A new phone is on order, unfortunately still in Hong Kong on hold, although I haven't had a text from DHL today to say as much, so fingers crossed, maybe that might be on its way, but I have almost no faith at all whatsoever that is kind of one of those the 3 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of scenario, but it just kind of I'm almost resides to the fact that it's going to be weeks, possibly months, if at all I ever see that, and that would be absolutely terrible. Yeah, the phones I buy are made in Hong Kong, and kind of the reason I do support Umidigi is they're a little bit of I'm not saying a renegade phone outfit, but a lot of kind of the technicians and kind of IT guys, I guess, that work there all kind of come from like the big name people like Samsung or maybe LG, but they kind of left and they come to Umadigi in order to bring kind of sort of they're not trace free phones or not track free phones, but they don't have as much bloatware. They only kind of come with, I mean, this in itself is your traceware, but it only runs on the very, very basic Google software, so there's no other additional bloatware put on it, only what you put on it, and you get a beast of a phone for a very, very fraction of the price of the big brand name. So that's kind of why I use them. And also I've been using Umadigi phones for the last year, running my Tsp TV channel. I got very familiar with the way they feel, operate and stuff like that, and I do like that familiarity. But I have thought of maybe setting up a GoFundMe, maybe some kind of fundraiser type thing like that app, but also something I did think of that might be more enjoyable, and rather than maybe rebooting spring break, doing a Tsp Tv telephone, I kind of sort of have like a minimum amount that would give me kind of the minimum window of comfort in kind of like the gravy winner chicken dinner amount that would give me a couple of months grace without having to worry about bills in terms of roof over my head, put me back on a level playing field and a little bit of comfort zone, as well as provide myself with a few necessary equipment additions, because I kind of run this off of two phones. I've got a phone that's possibly hacked and glitching and now maybe been compromised, that I can't really rely on, and I need to be going out and recording streams. A lot of stuff what I talked about yesterday, I am going to need some possible additional equipment and maybe one or two, not necessarily expensive items, but a couple of items that could certainly help improve the quality of what I'm trying to put down. Alias, I know you're trying, Nancy, and again, why I feel very, very bad about this, guys, is because I don't want to start being one of those begging YouTubers, and maybe not necessarily like a telethon. I thought maybe if I entertain you for money, that doesn't seem so bad. I'm not begging and just asking for handouts, and maybe if I sort of set up maybe a GoFundMe, or maybe got one of the ladies and the moderators to do that for me, just because certain requirements that I would need, I don't have to set that up, and maybe that could be a little bit of a way of supporting it. I'm not sure that there's no way I can kind of sell ownership or sponsorship to any of you out there over the channels and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm trying to make this my job, but it's not happening. There isn't a salary coming in. Enough of this, and part of the improvements is because if I do want to do this professionally, then it needs to look a little bit more professionally. It's fun and games, and as I said, this is a little bit of a dream. I do want to be able to possibly do this as my job, rather than have to rely on getting a paycheck from somebody else. And as much as I do enjoy my job and have nothing but a lot of respect and time and appreciation for my boss, and do have a lot of affection for my co-workers, I'd much rather be in a position where I'm my boss. I can control my hours and work in something. And this is what I'm saying. I want to kind of figure it out now. Something I also thought maybe tomorrow I might even, because I got a mason jar last week when we went to one of the bars. They were serving beers in mason jars that I brought home with me. Maybe sticking a sticker on and taking it as my TSP tip jar tomorrow to the protest. But again, it's something, am I technically panhandling? What I'm saying, guys, and trust me, I do have a little bit of pride, and I do have a little bit of kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I don't really, I try to be humble. I don't really like, hey, people give me stuff like this. Now, I do have a few options that I could resort to asking favors from people, but again, you kind of are in the pocket in the position of maybe having to find the funds to do that. And if stuff doesn't come in, then stuff doesn't come in. But those are a couple of ideas, and something maybe I was expecting or hoping that I could get maybe a little bit of feedback from you on that. What would it be about? Is it like, what, T, we love you, but just don't go to telethon route. Keep it as it is. We're trying to help, or maybe come up with an idea that possibly could help. Now again, something that we spoke about in the past was merchandise. Now I do have a couple of good a couple of stuff. You may have seen some of the thumbnails and things that I have been improving on. A couple of these are intended to be perhaps merchandise, in particular t-shirts, but again, I can't conjure t-shirts out of nothing. You kind of sometimes need money to make money, so maybe this might be something that I am going to look into. Definitely we did toy on it last year in spring break, but I think now I've kind of maybe started, I needed to own this channel. I needed to put my sort of like personalization in, and I think I've got that now, and that's what all the tweaking and stuff is about. But maybe we can get some t-shirts, maybe we can get the nut sacks up and running again, maybe the all-in-one seasoning. Somebody suggested that a little while, that would be the thrift store merch shop. We should start having some merchandise, and maybe I think this is something that I really do need to look into. But I kind of, yesterday overnight, I was having a little bit of a sleepless night, because although I had a lot of good news and possibilities and prospects that we might not even need to do this, but I can't count on that. And ifs and buts and hopes and dreams don't necessarily pay the bills. But I was having a little bit of doing the maths, the minimum amount, the sort of reasonable, realistic, not asking for the world, kind of still a little bit humble amount, is to the figures that I'm looking at. I'm not going to talk about that right now, because I don't, as I say, want to go out there. Merch is a great thing, and again, that's something I think that some of you have been asking for, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to suddenly all of a sudden overnight become that YouTuber that's begging and stuff for handouts. So that's why I thought maybe if I can do a one-off telethon, or maybe a one-off fundraiser, and then put it to bed, and hopefully by the time the window and grace that could give me, hopefully within that time window, I should be in a position where perhaps I might be earning again, because it's going to be possibly another 3 to 4 weeks before my restaurant opens, due to the fact that the restrictions of the city, and they're also doing some refurbishments and renovations, which has also been restricted and delayed because of the restrictions and stuff like this. So not really any immediate light in the in terms of the income situation changing for me, but that was some ideas I did want to run around with you. So are people still there? There aren't so many comments coming in. It's saying we've got 6 people watching. So we've got Alias, Hoop D's, Nancy, Baby P, who else is it? Who are the rest? But anyway, I guess putting the names out did draw a few more thrift store preppers in. Pre-orders could help with that. Now that is a very good idea. See, and this is what okay, I'm glad you're listening, but just I have had glitches, guys, and sometimes, yesterday you were here, we did freeze in the camera stopped in the midst of my flow, and it was a little while before I actually noticed it, so I just didn't want to sort of be talking to my self. But yeah, pre-orders, good one. Definitely that is, we'll tattoo that one down. Merchandise definitely, and pre-orders, because let me show you, hold on a second, let me see if I can do this. So again, this is a little bit of experimenting, so let's try and look at the fact that this is a good little learning curve. We've got a good kind of crew here, so let me see if I can, not that one, oops, that was a little sneak peek of maybe what's to come. So that one there, can you see that on the, let me look on my, okay, there it is up on your screen now. That is the t-shirt idea that I have. You've got my logo, Thrift Store Prepper, the T for Vendetta, which was something that was a little bit inspired from our dear Almel a while ago, and then also you've got the little smiley there from the Watchman. You've got the V for Vendetta mask in the background. That's something I think would make quite a pretty cool t-shirt, especially on a black, maybe a black slouchy v-neck. I know some of you ladies asked for those. Now I actually do know a guy who knows a guy. Hey ATN, glad to see you, my favorite and only, what do they call you, Quebec, I can't even say it. Yeah, he's from Quebec. Quebecois, is it? I don't know. Glad to have you here. So that would be an idea of a possible t-shirt that I've got, maybe even a mug, but t-shirts would be a little bit cheaper and easier to package and send. As I said, I do know a guy who knows a guy who has a t-shirt business that we might be able to get in touch with and make something happen. The other reason I kind of need this would be a good thing for me to be wearing to the protest, right, because it sort of brands my channel a little bit. So glad to have you, ATN. This is a sort of unscheduled, almost a little bit of a reboot of yesterday. Thank you. Yeah, I just have difficulty saying that word. I almost called you a Quebecistanian, but that is incorrect. So good stuff. So that is a t-shirt that I am thinking of bringing to you guys. If you like that, we'll try and get some prices, and maybe we could put some pre-orders in. Now, what I'm going to possibly also do as well, just to kind of show a little bit of transparency and open trust, as I would ask one of the moderators, either Baby Pamplin or Judy Bell, if they would become the Tsp Tv treasurer. And then it kind of, if you don't trust me, then you've got to trust Baby Pamplin, who can trust her, and she is a little bit of my guardian angel and a little bit of a light in my life, as all of you are. Just got smoke. Yes, all right, Nancy, you roll yourself a fatty, my darling. Get yourself on your rocking chair and smoke away if you got them. Some merchandise is definitely something we're going to go with, and hopefully we could that's what I'm saying. Where is safer than Baby Pamplin's pocket? And hopefully kind of this is what I was, if it's kind of improved and endorsed by somebody else, and it's kind of, I don't know, just it doesn't feel nice for me. But at the same time, guys, I'm kind of sort of in a position where the debts are beginning to mount up, so I've got to do something. But fingers crossed, there might be some stuff on the horizon that might alleviate that. But as I said, I do need to get a few more items of equipment, possibly, to improve things and make things a little bit better going on in terms of possibly live streams and maybe even recording in the studio. So let me do something for you. 1 second. I'm going to try and do something. Oh God. Alright, it's not the picture I intended, but it will work for now. So that's something also I did. Look, I set up the thrift through the doors of the thrift store, and look, you've got the little shit mini meat stick, Prepper Baby in Bugle Boy. I was watching them. Yeah, it's probably not the best of ideas, ATN. Sometimes upload a video and then go live, because some people are watching the video and then don't realize I'm live. So I am trying to do something for you right now. Bear with me. This is something, because I did say that I had a little bit of a change around with the that's it. All right. So this is now, hold on, I think we're gonna have to just lean that down. And also I was gonna go for the dark effect, but it's a little too dark. So here we go. Yeah, that's better. We couldn't have done it without the dark. So that's what I did. Look, I've had a little, oh my God, hang on a minute, I got to go off screen. ATN, you know where it happened when you sit down and your boxer shorts roll up and kind of squish your nads. That's exactly what happened. So here I am. I've got my flannel shirt on for you guys. I've got my cap. Trying to look like the cool middle-aged. Hang on a second. Never mind. That's what I'm doing. That's what I wanted to do. Now, awesome. Also, you should have the comments here. Although I can't see them on my camera, but and if I'm looking that way, it's because that's where my TV screen is, so I can kind of see your comments better than me. Yes, I know. That's kind of my thing. It's going to be my little signature, Nancy. The flannel shirt. And again, part of the telethon might be that every hour I wear a different flannel shirt, and we auction it, right? You win the shirt off my back, and at the end of that hour, I take it off. Send the shirt on to that person, right? Whoever won or bid for the shirt. So I do get tripped out by my eyes. I don't know why. You might like them, but I'm kind of looking at myself, and this is still a little bit uncomfortable for me, guys. I've got bad teeth. I've smoked for years, drunk coffee, and been to the dentist. It's a British thing. Even look at the Queen. She ain't even got nice teeth, and she's like a queen. It's like she should have her own dentists and shit. But what I did a little bit here is kind of again had a bit of a rearrange. So behind me, I don't know if you can see. There's I can't even remember who sent that gift pack. Is it up there? So we've got the little Australian tubby beer bottle cooler. I've also got Glynis's card behind me. Over my shoulder you might be able to see the Cheer Pet. There was a gift bag that said, "Did you bring a condiment?" I can't remember who sent that. But that was a gift package I had a little while ago. Hoopty's box has got a little bit more of a prime spot there. And there's also a little Prepper baby in the corner. I've got a couple of my MREs here. Look, we've got a Portuguese and my Russian Emacon. I'm not sure, you probably can't see it out of sight just down there. I've got the eBay EDC, a Latvian Russian. Also got some Russian pate that's in there. So again, trying to make it a little bit better. Tinkering. So maybe I should let you guys get back to the Manchurian Karens, but that was a little bit again of an example I wanted to put to you guys, that we were talking about the Manchurian Karens in the Tuesday night live show, and I figured, you know what, that's actually a good content. I need to put a video of that, not just because it has a funny I don't like liver pate and stuff, sorry. It feels odd talking face to the camera this side. Yeah, it really does. I don't know. I don't normally do this, and it's only something I've been doing in a couple of weeks. Kind of again trying to improve. And again, there's nothing to hide. No secrets in the closet. No skeleton. I mean, there are, but let's not go down that road. But you know what I'm trying to say. This is it. Up until now, all you really saw was the hands and the little kind of tacky mascots, but this is the face of Tsp TV. I've been out broadcasting, I've been doing live stuff. At the protest, people want to find me, they've been looking for me, they can find me now. And again, I did promise once upon a time that if I did ever get 10,000 subscribers, I would do a face reveal. But part of this is, again, you know, we've had a rebrand, we've had a relaunch. I'm trying to do it professional. I want to do my job. Maybe would like to make this as my job as we go forward. That's why I'm making an effort to put out better videos, maybe better content in those videos, rather than just putting out videos for the sake of it. And again, I'm trying to get a little bit of your input and some of your input as content for this channel. I sort of, you know, want to keep us all part of this. So this side of crazy, welcome. Are you a newcomer? Are you a returning Thrift Fam member? We do welcome all the newcomers, and I'm also a little bit curious because, as I said in recent weeks, some of my reporting at the Toronto lockdown protests has brought me a little bit more noticeability, and some of those videos are getting more views. Oh, it's Clint Vic. That's right. I remember now. Something happened to the Clint Vic account, and you're not a boy, you're a girl, if I remember. Just so as I'm picturing exactly. So as I said, guys, it is a little bit odd me talking to the camera. You may get used to the hands too much, and maybe the way things did look. But this is the new improved Tsp TV, and again, I kind of think this is a little bit better aesthetically, because I did have that sort of black piece of paper stuck behind me that kind of looked messy when I wasn't doing this. It looked a bit odd, so I kind of wanted it to sort of be a little bit livable, and again, it kind of puts some of my things on display. Nancy, 2 men? What do you mean, Nancy, 2 men? I can see your comments here, but I don't know why I keep looking at the TV. The other thing I could kind of do, which might help, I could even come over this part, but then, oh, actually, the comments are going to be on my face on this. They're not on my. When I look at the phone, the comments are on the other side of it. But hold on, let me try something a second. Let's see if that works. How's that work for you guys? Does it, the comments at the bottom work? Because that's what I want to kind of do a little bit, is maybe how about that? Because then I can kind of look at the camera, or I can look at the TV and read your comments. You don't like this? Kelly. Oh, hello, Kelly Kibo. Welcome to the thrift store. Please take a squishy and one donut. Remember, sprinkles are not Jolly Ranchers. So I don't know, is the comments on the bottom working better or not? So glad to see you, Kelly Kibo, and you've been one of the few people that have come as part of the Thrift Fam army as I've gone into battle at the. I'm not really going into battle. I don't know. I said that. Does this side work better or the other side? I don't know, because you can still see my snazzy sneakers a little bit. Maybe if I move over there. And lucky enough, yeah, that actually does work. Although none of those books in there are mine. I might have to kind of switch that up with my stuff. That's some of Roger's things, but that could work. Unless I'm easy to forget, unless you meet me, then I'll haunt you. Well, this side of crazy, you have got no idea how many women actually do haunt my nightmares. You'd be it's like, you know, when you go to the deli counter and you've got to pull one of those tickets and wait. And again, I'm trying to make it so it doesn't look weird for me, and I want to kind of like be able to look at the TV screen. I've also got my aviators there. Look, I could slip those on and really go for the middle-aged, trying to be cool podcaster look. That is a good look for me. I do like my aviators, and this actually is pretty good because I can put my feet up over there and kick it back. Do the aviators work for you or not? Can you see the TV screen in there? I'm gonna have to probably get a grill or something. Oh, this. I can see your shoes. Yeah, but that's the one that's kind of bugging me a little bit. I might have to do something, switch that one up. Perhaps. If you do that, no. Just trying to get the camera angle perfect. Perhaps that works. So I'm going to take those off because it's actually too dark to see. But that is my kind of, hey, I'm a middle age. That's how they look if you check it out. And it's quite a lot of truth channels that kind of have these old guys, and they have that microphone. I would like to get one of those, the microphone with the big round thing, the spit guard, because it kind of makes you sound late night radio. If you have chat on the dark spot, it would work. Well, that's kind of why I put a bit of black paper up there, this side, for you. We can have a little. Let's take those off, right? I'm not going to go there. There's a close up. I don't know if you can see the eye. It's so much more exciting to see your face. Well, thank you, Kelly. I'm wearing a hat because I'm bald and it kind of is shiny, and I'm a little bit conscious of that. So, and it hides my eyes. Peekaboo. So it's still a little bit weird for me, Kelly, and I am a little bit self-conscious, as I said, that the teeth aren't exactly special, so I might have to get myself a Tsp grill or something. Hold on, I've got to get the editor up. Let's try that and see if that works. No, that's on me again. Hold on, I keep forgetting. I'm not thinking third. I got to mirror image it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Feel me, ladies? Let's see what that works. I know it just looks weird when I'm talking to them, Nancy, and I see. Actually, that works. Does that look better? That does work better, right? So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to change those books for my books. Where are my books? Oh, they're up there. Sorry about this. We might do a live rearranging, boys and girls. We might do a live rearranging. Because yeah, I don't want people thinking that those books are mine, but we could possibly figure that out later. Yeah, I could put some shoes in there. Let me get some of this shit out of the way. Let's do it live. This is it. This is our project, making content out of nothing. This is some Costanza in right there. This is a live show. This is a live show. So going back to what you were saying, Kelly, it is a little bit weird for me, and that's kind of why I'm kind of trying to get all of this in the sort of right sort of place and thing. Boys like shoes too, you know. I guess we do. Those are some expensive shoes. I don't even want to tell you how much some of those cost, to be honest with you, ladies. It would put some of your spending on footwear to shame. So this is a little bit of a sort of collection of books that you might find on the street. The girl with the tattoos. So let me just put those out of the way. Stephen King, different. None of these are mine. That's why I kind of. It's all supposed to be a little bit of a reflection of me, you see. Let's move the chair. We are going to have a little bit of fun in a while. So what should we put there, perhaps? Let's maybe go with MREs. Then, sorry, I don't want to get my butt in the way. Let's put the eBay EDC there. All right, I've figured it out. We've got this, ladies and gentlemen. And we can put the Russian packaging of MRE there. I did have another Latvian recipe somewhere, Russian somewhere. And then I can tuck my marijuana stuff just in there. Awesome. That worked very well. But I've lost a ration. Never mind. Oh no, I didn't. It's here. Put rations in there. All right. Live improvements. Sorry about that, guys. I should have possibly turned the camera around. How does that work? What are you chatting about the flannel? Are you talking about my clothes or something? That's weird. Are we going to go that route? Oh, hold on. Still trying to get the perfect angle. How does that work? So what about with that flannel? Okay, Shah. Alright, I've lost a lot of stuff there. Let me see if I can get your bloomers. I'm in sweatpants. I'm comfortable. See, maybe we're going to have to delete this one now because you're making fun of my pants. Oh, you're waiting for my pants to slip this side without shaking it anyway. And some friends, guys, and shoes. I know I had two boys. Viewer interactive. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit viewer. And what is it really? Awesome baby P? Is it really? I don't know if it is. Was it just because I was showing my butt? So there we go. Boys like shoes. I remember that one. Nancy, yes. This is awesome. Viewer interactive. I know I had two boys. Is your butt? When's he home? Is it today or tomorrow, Nancy? Becky, his butt. What are you? Oh God. Maybe again, this could be possible. I will shake my butt for money. Kelly Kibo, that is actually a shoebox that Hoopdies. She was here. Is Hoopdies still here? Did we scare Hoops away? How many people we've got watching? Because I don't know if you can see on mine. It says we've got one. I don't know if you can see that. One watching. Top chat one. We love you, Tsp Tv. Glynis, hello, darling. Monday, thank you. Is out Monday. This 8 people watching. Ha ha! It looks totally real. What looks real, Kelly? The backdrop. Oh, the boombox. Right, of course, of course. Yeah, but it's not. I actually thought about trying to maybe get some Bluetooth speakers. You can probably like get some about the same size and sort of mount in there. Maybe you could sort of wire up your TV. I could play music out of them. But it is cool. I do love that. It's one of my favorite things. And there's actually a whole bunch of stuff. That's my first aid box, believe it or not. Let me kind of move over a little bit more. Is that better? That's what I wanted to do. Okay, because there's a book frame that I'm kind of using as my screen, so that's the complete backdrop. So I think I've got everything almost as I like it. We are going to have, when I go back and put you over on to the studio, switch the chat box around. But I'm again a little bit of this live. You have to practice live in order to kind of figure out how to work, use the live stream. So is that working? The comments here for you? All right, see, on my phone the comments are in front of me, but on my TV it's perfect. Thank you, baby P. You feel it, T. I'm feeling something, I don't know, but this is it. Like, we're trying to get it all perfect and right, and I want it kind of to look not so mismatched. So I've got my mask up there. There's Raw Sash, and there's V, and Linus, there's your card there. Can you see that in the corner? So these are things that people have sent me, and a couple of little trinkets that are important to me. Darth Vader's over there. He's fell over. He used to talk, but he doesn't anymore. Batteries run out. If you squished him, he talked. God, look at those wrinkled necks. So anyway, I'm ready for tomorrow to get myself off back to the protest. A little bit of excitement about that, and again, possibly doing this live feed has kept my mind a little bit busy and active. So I'm glad about that. We have got our little thrift store studio looking fine and dandy. Wasn't that a song by what's her face? What am I thinking? Oh, I'm getting some interesting texts from somebody we might be seeing tomorrow. It's funny, I don't ever get text or phone calls, and this week I've actually got text and phone calls, which is interesting. The live chat, that's what I'm trying to get up. Still saying I've only got one. So yeah, we're not going to do this the whole show. That's what we're sort of saying. We've got a little bit of square. I would move the shoes from behind your head to top. Are you just trying to get me to shake my butt again? Maybe they do, baby P, and maybe they do, but if they wanted to, maybe they would already be here. So what do you mean? Where should I put the shoes? Because it worked, because that's all dark there. The shoes are very light. Found out. I would move the shoes from behind your head in the top left square to lower right under chat. So put the shoes here. Is that what you're saying, instead of the MREs? So put the shoes here. Okay. Where would I put the MREs? Do you want me to do that, or is this really just to get me to see my butt? Because if that was the case, I could have put my fancy pants on. But let me just go and check that my butt isn't sticking out. So you want me to take these out of here. I'm not moving my Adidas because they're kind of There's a thing going on. All right. But this is good. If you're enjoying, this is, vote on it. You can vote on it if you want. I'm already removing the MREs, but I'm pretty sure this is just to get me. I don't know if you want to see how brown I got. There you go. That was a little glimpse for you there. I'm going to put my Deodoras. Is that all right with you? So I don't know if you've seen that. That's a Russian. That's like Russia's FEMA. When there are emergencies, they give you this. This is a 5,000 calorie, 24-hour ration. Actually, I think it's about 4,700 calories. But we are going to be reviewing that at some point in the future. Oh. That one again is, don't know if you can see that, Portuguese military 24-hour ration. That again is over 4,500 calories. Actually out of date, 29th of December 2019. But it's still good, it's still good. And this little one, I've done a couple of these already. It's Latvian, that's from Latvia, that's Latvian army food. Actually delicious, very, very good. That's a little stove, believe it or not. Got some fuel there, some matches. Fold that up. I can show you. So you would fold those down so it would stand up, and then like that, you see. And then you put your little tablet in there and you can cook. And then when you finish cooking, you can fold it back like that and it's flat. It's pretty cool, don't you think? So I've got that there, and then I've got liver and pork pate. That's Russian military food. I don't like pate. That's why I've still got it there, but I'm kind of using it as a little display, some display pieces, I guess. And here I've got sugar. I don't know why I'm using that. That's American MRE sugar, and not sure where that one come from. Maybe my Chilean chili. So, all right, is that looking good and is that looking better now? The only thing. Actually, it does, because I got Deodora. Perfect. That does work. All right, all right. So I got my Deodoras there. Adidas there. MRE. Perfect. Is that looking good for you? This side of crazy. So thank you guys. That, TSP, you know, as I said, I want to kind of incorporate you, and now maybe you feel as though you've had a little bit of a say in what goes on screen, guys. So how about that? And what were you saying while I was going through those? I've been waiting on that Portuguese. Well, funny enough, one of the individuals you may know that I've met on my escapades at the protests happens to be Portuguese, and may or may not have offered a dinner date type deal with that. I don't know. I haven't exactly got money to take ladies out for dinner, but I do got Portuguese military food. So, you know, maybe, hey, let's go to the beach and eat some military food from Portugal. I like. Thank you for that, this side. You're right, that actually does look better. All right, Nancy, guys, shut up. Baby P, you've got to admire my cuteness a little bit. But anyway, emoji fest, go, all of you, put loads of emojis. I want to see what it looks like on the screen for me, because let me just kind of give you, I don't know if that works, that's what I'm seeing, you see, that's my view. And at some point, what I'm kind of hoping I can do is get a camera a larger tripod here, so we can kind of maybe set up like in, although I'll probably sit there. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys. So that would kind of be the intention. Maybe that's actually sitting on my ration right now. So be okay, guys. Welcome to Tsp TV, and I could put maybe my, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get some more black to go up here. It's not finished. Actually, this is a pretty good thing to do. This is a live experiment. So I've got a big ass TV. Look at that. That's infinity right there. That's actually cooler than I thought. Let me see something. If I can put it on a sneaker. Does that work? It kind of does work. I can put it on a sneaker. A little bit. But as I said, I've got to get some stuff to go behind the TV. Some more black paper to black off the black area behind. But that would be a little bit of the plan, that hopefully maybe I could put my logo, I could cast it onto the screen. And maybe this is how I can cast some of your videos. Okay, guys, I've got a video from Glynis. Let's check it out. But I'm not sure. Let me try it with the lights off. Does that help at all? It's not very clear, right? I don't know if you saw this either. I made it the other day. It's a tinfoil hat. Might have to try and find somewhere for that as a prop. Actually, now I'm looking at this, it does look good. Although, yeah, alright, I might have to move some Adidas around. Perhaps. I'm not going to say I will. But I'm always thinking that I need to put... Sorry, I'm looking at my wall, not that. But that was an idea I had and probably wanted to do. At some point. And the other thing is, I might be one of those YouTubers that starts standing like this so that you can see the logo. Hey guys, yeah, check out the chair, product placement. Although I'm not going to do that. Curtains or black fabric. Well, the pieces of paper are $1. And believe it or not, I only need 2, possibly 3 pieces of black paper, the size that would fill that perfectly. See, women, curtains. I know it would work. It would work. I could even put maybe a space blanket up there, but that would be very reflective. Only thing would be is change the dark shoes with light shoes. Haha, haha. Alright, which ones? Well, my Adidas are all light. It's only my Deodoras that are dark. So I've got like dark and dark, but the other ones are blacker. I could do that. Perhaps. Low, good. Curtains, turn off. Nancy, I might send you to the naughty corner for curtains. The shows are better in the light. Killer Kyle! Oh my god! We conjured him here. We haven't seen him a little while ago, Killer. Glad to see you, brother. Very glad. This is the new look Tsp TV. If you haven't seen it, this is what the ugly mug is. This is why you've seen the hands for so long. I do got the face for radio. But earlier, brother, yeah, there are some riots. That's what I'm telling you, Baby P. Earlier, we were like, guys, there was only 3 of us at the beginning. It was me, Baby P, and Nancy. Killer, I need you to make me a website. I know you've got... We spoke about Red Pill Truth. Think that bigger, sort of almost Red Pill Truth scrapped, but still Red Pill Truth, just not Red Pill Truth, with some bigger people involved. But I need a website. If you can make that happen. And I remember once you did say that you might be able to help me out with a computer. Right now I could do with a computer. And you did, it's not that I forgot about this, just timing, my friend, timing. And the time is now. And I remember we spoke a little bit off camera in a lot back and forth a while ago about you wanting to do something about what's going on in the world, and now the time has come. The time has come. I do got some people in place, but we do need people right now, and I'm glad you come back. This is almost perfect that you've come right now. As I said, I might need some assistance with some technical stuff. You're an IT guy. A website would be amazing, but nothing like fucking the best website ever. Just something there. I still have it. Try to reach out, but no go on the phone. Well, this is something, Killer, you don't know, brother. Since you last visited the thrift store, I have made improvements, as you may have seen. I'm even editing. Even this live stream is a little bit of an effort in attempts to improve, right? But a couple of weeks ago, I had a very, very bad accident. I don't know if you can see, I've got this big ass TV. This is actually part of my, this come from my work. They had the refurbishment, and this was one of the big TVs that we had in the bar that was getting replaced. And I put it on this table. However, this tabletop isn't attached, right? So when I put the TV on here on the edge, it flipped up. So the TV, luckily enough, wasn't damaged. Unfortunately, the thrift phone, it's no more, it's gone. So I don't even got the thrift phone. I do got this old fucking 8-year Samsung, which is kind of functioning a little bit just to get me to sort of screen and read comments. So unfortunately, CT, welcome, brother. Glad to see you here. So we're getting all the cool kids showing up late at night. They've all been out smoking and drinking their dad's booze behind the shed. But I lost the thrift phone, Kyle. And on top of that, my phone now is being hacked. Believe it or not, I think I'm a targeted individual. As a result, and this isn't stuff that I'm making up to look cool. The Thrift Fam moderator girls, they've seen the evidence. Some of the people I met with yesterday, they've seen the evidence, and my roommate Roger, used to be IT, has seen the evidence. The conclusion is your phone's been hacked. Shadow banning, passive censorship is hit an all-time new last weekend. A lot of people said they couldn't find my stream. I think my involvement and coverage of the Toronto lockdown, they can't really shut it down, but they're doing everything they can to shut me up. But I lost, okay, perfect, thank you. I lost the thrift phone. Everything that was on there, some files, templates, all my contact details, all the Thrift Fam numbers, all that shit that I saved on the Thrift phone has gone, and I'm now kind of operating on just one phone that's a little bit glitchy. I do got a new phone on order, baby Pamplin, my guardian angel. Every burp I've got is that. But anyway, she stepped up and said, listen, I'll get your phone. Early birthday present, T. You need to keep doing what you're doing. Unfortunately, that phone's been caught up in Hong Kong. Actually, there's a oh no, that isn't. I know those texts are from. I thought maybe that might be from DHL to tell me about it. So 3 days that's been on hold at the airport at Hong Kong. It should have been here yesterday. I was hoping I'd have it all up and ready, going into the stream tomorrow at Queen's Park. I am going to go on earlier at 12 p.m. So anyway, sometimes people show up when they need to show up. And Killer, as I said, you know, you did sort of offer some assistance with websites and stuff like that, but I will hit you up in the with an email about a website, or maybe, I don't know, you probably can't if you've got the domain, you can't change the domain name, right? Never mind. But we'll figure something out. But I do need a website, maybe not in the next day or two, but in a week or two, certainly within a month. It's not urgent, but sooner the better. All right, now this side of crazy. I'm gonna blow that theory right the fuck open and out of the water right now. He ain't even fucking dead. Those guys, the cops. Now, I'm going to try and keep this without mentioning names or drawing attention. I'm trying to be careful. I don't need community strikes. A couple of weeks ago, one of my videos about the Toronto lockdown, not a live stream, but I kind of compiled a video of some footage and stuff and some pictures and music. That got copyright strike, that got took down. Got a hate speech 2-3 weeks ago for the Nova Scotia incident. So I've got to be careful about talking these. I always get shut down in community strikes for talking about what I'm trying to talk about now and what happened. WWF people, WWF staged event. They posed for the picture. The guy that was on the floor was I've watched it and I've watched it and I've watched it. Trust your Uncle T. That was staged. Problem, reaction, solution. They created the problem. Couple of cops killing a black man. One of them was called Total. Right, the Asian dude, totalitarian. Doesn't that ring a bell right away? Both of them were kind of, hey, look at me. They were posing. They were posing. The script, the meme. Even I got caught up a little bit feeling sorry for Floyd until I kind of stepped back, got away from the anger. And this is how psychological operations work, people. The anger, the trauma, and the trauma that hit we were watching. And what happened? You know what happened? You know what I'm talking about. It was staged. It was staged to create the reaction. The riots that we're seeing down there in Minneapolis, Unicorn Riot, they're a shill operation. This is War of the Worlds, people. This is War of the Worlds, Orson Welles. They are carrying out a dramatization in real time, passing it as news. Now, the fires in the areas that are burning, right? These, I have reason to believe the buildings are possibly going to be demolished. Maybe they need some upgrades. They needed to be burnt off. They're all Target, Wendy's, Auto Shop, Jiffy Lube, something like that. They were all big franchise, big chain names. Write that shit off as insurance. They may even put it down as an act of terrorism. They need civil unrest. People are starting to see through the lies of the COVID-19. What better way to keep people afraid? Let's fucking start a race war. Martial law is one of the things that can be implemented as a result of widespread civil unrest. 3 nights in a row, civil unrest. Agent provocateurs are in there. The guy, there's footage, Annie Bradell with Purple Chicks, we were chatting about this live, as Baby P. Baby P, tell them in the comments what Uncle T was telling you live as it was happening. The guys that the Unicorn Riot were talking, they were actors. They had a script. By chance, they were out on, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday night. They were recording, and one of the guys who had been recorded conveniently by Unicorn Riot the day before getting battered by the police. Hey, I just was out on my bike during the middle of a riot. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah, let me do an interview while that. All of it staged. Unicorn Riot are an act troupe. They're a shill operation. They are probably funded by Soros, just like BLM. They're very, very leftist. Even one of the dudes had a fucking Bernie t-shirt on. He was out in the riot. What better thing to wear to the riot than your Bernie for president t-shirt? Go figure. That event was staged, right? The guy's not dead. I bet you my bottom dollar he isn't dead. And all they're doing is putting out these autopsies and things as part of the psychological operation to create the reaction that they've got the solution for. The solution is martial law, people. Agent provocateurs, there was a cop, as I said, he was seen in a gas mask with a hammer. He was caught on camera. This is being mirrored. This is already going, not necessarily viral, but it is doing the rounds. They filmed him coming up to the auto shop or the Jiffy Lube. It was one kind of the big chain motor stores, you know, where you get tires and gas changes and shit like that. He walks up with a hammer, crack, 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 cracks all the window, and then proceeds to start the fires. Someone follows him and like, hey, are you a cop? Are you a cop? And he turns on the guy with the hammer. I've got that stuff. I could put it up. I could make a video. This shit cuts me down. The message it also sent out is, we're happy to kill civilians. All right, happy to kill civilians. That was what it said. We're happy to kill civilians. Apparently, this Floyd dude didn't do anything wrong. He was at the riot or something. It was some entangulation that escalated. He didn't wear a mask or something, and he had the umbrella. I don't know exactly the circumstances that led. They're irrelevant. The circumstances that were staged and faked, the photographs, make them famous. That was the reaction, guys. That was putting out to create the divide. They want the civil unrest. They need the civil unrest. This is part of the plan. Everyone's fallen into it. That shit was fake, staged, and designed to create the reaction it is. You've been paying attention to TSP for a long time. I talk many times about problem, reaction, solution. Every psychological operation, this is the key ingredients. As I said, guys, you don't have to believe me. I'm not telling you this is how it exactly is. This is my opinion. This is how I saw it, and I would place my money that that is exactly how it went down. It was a staged event. They're buddies, just like when Macho Man and Hulk Hogan go at it at WrestleMania. They're enemies in the ring. They're playing a party, look as though they hate each other, poking, prodding eyes, suplexes. This is what we saw there with those two cops. Make them famous. That's why they posed for the pictures in those arrogant ways to get the triggers. Triggered me. I don't like cops. I've been incarcerated. I've been beaten up by police. I've been tear gassed. I've been all sorts of things. I've not had very good experiences with the police. I have no love of the police at all, to be quite honest with you. In those pictures of the smug cops, look at us killing a man. Exactly what it was designed for, guys, to make us mad, to make us angry. So he didn't die of suffocation or any of that shit. Don't believe it. Can if you want. I'm telling you that you probably shouldn't, because it's part of the psyop to generate the reaction that I've just told you about. He's not even dead. He's probably not even dead. Once they put him into the fucking ambulance, he probably got up, had a fucking line of coke, smoked a big blunt, had a shot of whiskey, patted hands with Total and his other cop buddy, and goes, great job, man. They balled that hook, line and sinker, yo. So I don't know, guys, if you want to think that what you saw was real and cops did go out of their way to murder an innocent man live in public, or was it just a staged event by the elites to possibly distract us away and give us something to concentrate on, as opposed to the growing questions around the scam pandemic. Anyway, who have we got there? Brent Turpin. Welcome, Brent Turpin. I can't say that he is. I'm just suggesting that what we saw. When was the last time you've seen real news on the news, guys? Answer me that. Hang on a second. Let me put the email in for you. Killer Kyle. I'm saying, yeah, there's a very good chance that he was a crisis actor, and that the cops that were involved, they may have been real cops, but they may have been picked, programmed, had a handler, told to go through the drills. They played the part out, and a little bit like Riot Unicorn being on the corner of every fucking riot in Minneapolis, catching interviews with people that have, it's all a staged event, guys, just like 9/11, just like we're seeing now with the pandemic. Why would you think, in all the misinformation and all the false news that we've got going around now, would one little piece of honest reporting come out? Why? Come on, question yourselves, guys. Question yourselves. You can see it for yourselves. Now I'm relaying it to you. Surely. This was not a real event. That shit doesn't happen. And if it was real, they would have gone out of their way to cover that shit the fuck up. You not following along with me? But anyway, I'm getting into a little bit of a rant right now. So I don't know. What are you thinking, Killer? Do you like the new look Tsp Tv? What about you, Killer? Come on, give me a little feedback before we turn it around. But that's my thoughts on what's going on in regards to what we're seeing in Minneapolis. It's okay. Well, thank you. I guess it's okay. It's better than it being shit. Oh, sorry, I thought that was the new person. So anyway, hi. So this side of crazy, bit crazy. We've got a lot of crazy. We're never going to survive unless we get a little bit crazy. Brent, hi, you're from Scarborough, Toronto, so you're local. By any chance, did you find me from the Toronto protests? And if so, will you be going tomorrow? If you are, I'd love to say hello, shake hands, high five. We can even hug if you want. Brent, in a, platonic type of way, not in a romantical kind of thing, but that would be great. Don't worry, Killer, something's happening, buddy. So all right, we've done that. Bear with me, guys. I got to do my rearranging, so let me do this for you. Guess what? We are going to be doing something in a little while, and let me get a different picture up. Let's put her. Alrighty. Alright, alright. Hold on, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. Oh goodness, now what have I got to do? Pull that over there. Trying to locate your comments on the screen. How does that work? All right. I find he's sensationalized. It's Danielle here. Hey Danielle, glad to see you. Just get off work. A brother hug. That's right. This side of crazy. No, from Marfugal News. Oh, interesting. It's a little bit of a while since I was on Marfugal, so that was about this time last year, unless they're talking about me in more contemporary times. Have I got that angle right? I think so. Never mind, that'll do, perhaps. It was around 1,000 subs to go live. Yeah, so that was around last time. Wayne, I can't wait. Wayne, I know you're a local YouTuber. Guys, I know you can't do it. You can't sub for sub. Oh my goodness. Oh, if I had your link. Wayne's a local YouTuber. He's in Toronto. He's got about 15 or 16 subs last time I saw, maybe 20. I can't get you 1,000 subscribers, Wayne. But if there's any way you guys can go and find Wayne's channel, please do go and give him a little bit of support. And a couple of other. Do you remember the little lady, the Hoppy Prophecy lady from the protest last week? She's also got a YouTube channel. I want to send you a few guys try and support him. And you're in the We Are the Media group as well on Facebook, isn't that right, Wayne? So good job with some of the stuff you're doing. We do want to get a lot of people to follow as many of you guys as we possibly can, because they're all, sorry, the fucking comments are bugging me. I need to rearrange them a little bit. Alright, I think that might be better. So guys, if you can find a way of doing that. If I could, yeah, sadly I can't get the link at the minute. Had I known, I'd have put a copy, copied and pasted it and put it in. Loose lips sink ships. I'm starting to think this is a false flag, but there would have been a lot. What do you think is a false flag, Brent? The planned scam Dernick? I'm going to say that there's no way this is anything but a false flag. Psychological operation, or are you referring to the riots? As I said, I kind of want to be pretty careful with what I talk about. I don't want to be getting any community strikes, certainly because that would affect me with my coverage of the protests. Unfortunately, no, I don't think you can, like, if you're not a moderator or admin or channel owner, you can't post links in chat, baby Pamplin. They do try everything they possibly can to try and prevent sub for subbing. But you only started a little while ago, is that right, Wayne? If I'm right in thinking. And partly why he kind of started his channel, I think, was because he wanted to voice his opinion about what's going on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of what I can gather. Can you say name? That's his channel name, Wayne, I think, right? You're just called Wayne. If you go and click on, I mean, I can't, hang on. Let me try and do something. I know you're on my sub list. If I can find you, I'll copy and paste the link. We'll get you some subs, Wayne. I got you. All right, we might be able to make this happen, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. As I said, Brian, we're not going to do anything remotely close to getting you to 1,000, but if we can maybe get you up to 30, that might be at least... Why can't I share that? Motherfucker. That's his channel there. He's got 23 subscribers, but for some reason I can't share it. You should be able to click on... Same block user, watch on TV. What I could do, all right, I'm going to share a video. All right, I'm going to share a video. You can go to the video. It's going to be a little bit easier. It's not going to be going straight to the channel, but here we go. This is the best I can do. I don't know why it wouldn't let me copy the link to your channel there, buddy. But right now, that's a link to Wayne's channel. Maybe Danielle or one of the other mods, go over there and see if you can copy the channel link, and we'll get a few subscribers for him. Everything is easier to control. Indeed, it is a bit crazy. And people are controlling themselves. So there you go, guys. Go show a little bit of love and support to Wayne, and also watch some of his videos. It's not just enough to subscribe. You need to get him some minute time. He's a new YouTuber. He's not really showing up on anything. Wayne, share everything you possibly can into the We Are the Media group. That is the point of We Are the Media, is to try and create as much information about this as we possibly can, because that is exactly the point. We are the media these days, and for the last 4 weeks I have been providing unedited, unfiltered, live, real-time footage of those events, and I don't think there's a media outlet out there, or even combined, if you put all the Toronto-based news together, there isn't anybody that's got more footage. I got like over 10 hours of unfiltered, unedited footage of those events. Not only that, I've got interviews with nearly all the main speakers, as well as other individuals, be they have some kind of cause or petition, or even if they're just people in the crowd. In one, do you remember the guy, the man in black? Do you remember him? He had the man in the black suit, the white shirt, the tie, and he did that guy, man, he was amazing. David Sullivan, his name is. I'm going to try and trace him down possibly tomorrow, and I've reached out to him on Facebook, as well as a couple of other people that I have been in contact with. So Wayne, if you are you going to be getting yourself down there? What about you, the other Scarborough, Toronto dude? What was his name? Crazy. It wasn't. It was one of the crazies, not this side of crazy or bit crazy. Or no, it's Brent Turpin. Sorry, Brent. Excuse me. Are you going to be heading down? All right, Wayne. Well, you can't. Hopefully, you see what I look like. Just a second ago. Yeah, ham radio would be pretty cool. I was looking for those. So as I said, Wayne, you know what I look like. Same with you. God, what was his name? Dwayne Turpin. So perfect. Like I say, if you are also going to make your way to the protest, I'd love to say hello. You can say a couple of words on the live stream tomorrow, all being well. All right, guys. So something we are going to do. I need to get some water. Hold on a second. Brent Turpin. There you go. Sorry. We do our best, my friend. We do our best. As I said, don't ever be a stranger at the thrift store. Our doors are always open. And we do enjoy getting new folks showed up and becoming part of the thrift fam. And exactly, Becky P, we all have to stick together, and especially if you're going to get down there tomorrow and get a little bit of footage, that certainly helps get the message out there. I'll be tuning in from now on. Well, regular Tuesdays 10 p.m. is my weekly live show. I am toying with going twice a week. We had a little bit of a disaster yesterday with some streaming, and today was a little bit of a bonus. Let me do a little bit of tinkering, live experimenting with my Streamlabs, and let's get a little bit of interaction with you guys. So I possibly, as I said, we might be trying to do a telethon or coming up with some kind of fundraiser, because as I said, guys, I am starting to get into the stage where debt is going to start getting unmanageable. I haven't had a pay packet for nearly 12 weeks. I've also lost vital equipment, much needed for the production of Tsp Tv, and as I am trying to improve, running this off of a phone that is a little bit glitchy and possibly hacked by the powers to be, and I am quite possibly a targeted individual as a result of covering the Toronto lockdowns in my hometown here, my city. But anyway, guys, that's kind of been a little bit of the purpose of tonight. Yesterday was a little bit of a shambles, not necessarily through any fault of you or me, but it was just technological difficulty after technological difficulty, and it kind of did sort of ruin my train of thought and vibe, I guess, a little bit. We had a little bit of a rant filled salad anger recipe. Baby P, there's a bonus for you. Kind of deal yesterday, so I kind of deleted those again because possibly we might get a few new people coming to the thrift store over the weekend as a result of the Toronto protests, and the coverage that I did, and hopefully, my goodness, wouldn't it be nice if I could finally, I'm not going to say it because every time I do mention the 2K mark, the subscribers get stolen away from me. Again, something the moderators will notice, because I do bust their ears about this sometimes, probably more than I should, so I do apologize for that, but sometimes that does drive me a little bit crazy. So here's something we are going to be working on. Some of you may have noticed or tuned in recent weeks that we've been playing a card game. Hold on. So that's what I call it. I'm going to call it shitty cards. Are you seeing that on the screen right now? Shitty cards. I actually took that picture this afternoon in the studio. And when I'm looking at it on the big screen right now, it actually looks a hell of a lot better than I ever thought it would. So you know what time it is, guys? Hold on. Sorry, I always get that wrong. Okay, guys, welcome to Shitty Cards, the fun, just for fun quiz shape. Well, it's just for fun at the minute. We might be giving away prizes in the future, but it is Shitty Cards, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the only game show on YouTube where we play when life gives you a shitty hand, you make lemonade. That's not exactly a very good catchphrase at all, but it is time for Shitty Cards. So we got did you like the little thing that I put up? Shitty Cards. Hello, thrift store gardener. Welcome. Although anyone that doesn't know, that is just Danielle with her backup channel. How is your garden growing, thrift store gardener? We haven't seen much updates on that. But anyway, we've got a pack of cards. We've got the deck of turds. So yeah, that was what I was trying to do. Baby Pampin, love it. Wayne loves the cards. So what we do is I do a little bit of shuffling. I'm not very good at it. I'm not sure if that even shuffled at all. So we are going to mix them up. You know the rules by now. The garden's coming along beautifully. All right, that's good. Well, treat us to an update video. We'd love to see how your little setup is going. Look how excited Nancy's getting. So we've got the quiz show music, we've got the logo. All I do need is a glamorous assistant to kind of maybe do this juggling, but I do got some pretty girls at work. Maybe I could twist one of their arms perhaps. So you know what we kind of do, we do try and mix and match as much as we can, make sure they are shuffled well. Alrighty, so you know the rules. We're going to do best out of 3, and we will be bringing a little bit. I'm thinking maybe we might get 1 life, so you can get 1 wrong. So you can bank once, you get 1 life, maybe you can get 1 pass. How does that sound? And maybe out of 3 rounds, you have to get, how many cards would that be? 12, 36. You have to get 18 cards. How does that sound? Over 3 rounds, we need to get a total of 18 cards. Am I doing that right? So you need to get over half right. Again, we're making this up a little bit as we go, so we need some live input on this. So all we do, if you don't know Wayne, because this is your first show, it's a little game we've been playing, something we do to sort of end the show, just have a little bit of fun, interaction, just maybe, you know, lift the spirits. There is a lot of depression going on in the world. So there you see, we have 3 rows of 4, and we have 1 card remaining. It's higher or lower, Killer? It's higher and lower. You remember Wheel of Thrift? That was my first attempt at a game show, but I still got the Wheel of Thrift. It is in a container just out of reach. But we had some phone-ins and some prizes, and this is a little bit again why I want to do the fundraiser and the telethon and get a few funds in so I can get the thrift phone back on. I can open up the PO box, and we can maybe start getting this as an actual prize-winning game show as opposed for just for fun. So what we do is we've got 3 rows here. We've got 1 card left over, so there's 3 rows of 4. First card is a 5, so the 5 is the first card. We put that there, and what we do, oh fuck, it's not going to stand up. What did we do with this the last time? Let's kind of move Prepper Baby and Binocular Boy over there. And maybe that is the perfect place for the cards. It is. So this card, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to the end of the 4, then you go up to here. So possibly what it'd do is if you got 4 right, then you'd win a first prize. If you get the next 3, you get a prize. The next 3, you get a prize. But I came up with a better theory that we're going to do 3 rounds. Okay, so you have to get at least, let's say, 9 cards around. That's the minimum requirements. You have to get 9 cards around. Now over the 3 rounds you get 1 bank, so when you bank the cards, those are safe. You get 1 pass and 1 life, so you can get 1 card or call wrong, but you do need to get 9 cards around a minimum in order to win. That doesn't mean like if you got 6 cards in the first round, it doesn't matter, you can make it up in the second round. So what would that be? 3 rounds, 9, 18, 27. So you need to get 27. That's a funny number. So you need to get a grand total of 27 cards by higher, lower, higher, lower. Does that make any sense? Alien, well, oh god, I can't even remember. This is the other set. So there was a sloth, fingers, and an alien, and there's the alien. But the shit cards, come on, shit video productions, shitty cards, come on, it doesn't, this writes itself, Killer Kyle. So the other thing we also have, bear with me, is dramatic music. So higher and lower. Is it higher or lower than a 5? Higher and... This is making it up as I go. Higher or lower? See, listen to the music. Maiden's going higher, so we need 2 in agreement. Maiden and Becky P, higher. Okay, so there we go. You see, you've got the music. No, there isn't a YouTube channel out there doing this, people. This is exclusive. So, Baby P, Maiden, Montana went higher. It will make sense. Like, remember when we started making it a bit challenging, it become fun. All right, so I'm trying to make that challenge anyway. So we're going to go higher than a 5. It's a 7. It's a 7. All right, so you've got 2 cards, 25 cards to go, people, and you've won the grand prize. Sorry, what are you sorry for this side of crazy? Do you want the music again? So is it going to be higher or lower than a 7? Higher or lower than a 7? Higher than lower than a 7? Higher, higher, higher. Everybody's got, you're going higher than a 7? All right, if you guys are thinking it's higher than a 7, I removed it. Oh, look, you've got, see how much fun this game is. Like 2 seconds ago, you're like, this is confusing. We've only played 1 card and already a 7. Higher, higher, the emojis. You got the fingers going. Glynis is lower. So I think the majority are saying higher. So we are going to go higher. You're right. It was a jack. Good call, guys. Glynis, you would have lost your chips, my darling. All right, let's go back to the dramatic music. Is it going to be higher or lower than a jack? Higher than lower than jack. Remember, aces are high, guys. Aces are high. Higher or lower. What are you talking about left, Nancy? There's no left or right, only higher or lower. Okay, Baby P, Maiden, lower. Let's see if we can get a couple more comments. ATN's going lower. Lower. Okay, everybody's saying lower. That music's fucking awesome, don't you think? So you've lost 4 cards on round 1. But you do get 1 life. That's right, you do get 1 life. But you lose the cards. All right, so you're back to 0. You've got to get back up to 27. That was your 1 life lost, guys. So you've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. 4 cards. So you can only afford to lose, I think, is it 9? Alrighty. So let's turn over the next card. And it's an 8. Oh, doing so well up until then. Higher or lower than an 8? Higher or lower than an 8? Becky Pamplin's going lower. Maida Montana's going lower. Nancy, that's not a guess. That's just words. Woo woo. You're going to go to the naughty question. Higher. Higher. So what have we got? We've got 2 lowers. 1 higher. All right. So what are we going with? Lower, lower. We've got lower than an 8. Okay, we're going to go lower than an 8. And that's that. Game over, guys. Not good. So you ended that round 1 with 0 cards, ladies and gentlemen. So you have 2 hands to play. And you do need a minimum of 20, should we say 25? That's easier. You do need 25 cards to win. That might give you a chance. But you see, guys, it's a lot more difficult than you think. Hold on a second if you want. I'm just going to do something or try to do something. That wasn't the something I was trying to do. That wasn't the something I was trying to do. That wasn't the something I was trying to do. Hold on, sorry about that, guys. Stop making excuses afterwards. Oh, I thought we were using the king. Just admit that you got it wrong. I don't even know who that was that said that was it. Here we go. Sorry, let's get ready if I can work it up. Wrong one. I'm going to try and remember what picture it was. Here we go. How did that work? That was good, right? So we are ready for round 2 of shitty cards. Now, contestants from round 1 didn't do very well. And a thank you from our sponsors there. So we do have Team Pampolin on 0 points, as they do have 2 hands left to play of shitty cards. If they can reach 25 cards, they will be eligible for their star prize. In the first round, Nancy was sent to the naughty corner for non-compliance to the regulations of the game by replying and answering with woohoos instead of hires or lowers. She is on a timeout. She is going to be unable to participate for this hand. So Nancy, off to the naughty corner. You go. My mum says I have no cards since you're in the naughty corner. We're not paying attention to you. Woohoos will not be accepted as a voluntary answer. We want hires or lowers. Hires or lowers. We will accept pointy emojis in the direction of either higher or lower, but woohoos are not an acceptable response or answer and will be punishable by time in the naughty corner. So off you go, Nancy. Hands on your heads. Look at the wall. Think about what you've done. You've ruined the experience for everyone. All right, so we will be momentarily lining up the shitty cards. I'm not a very good shuffler. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let that be a warning, guys. I don't want to see any more woos. We need hires or lowers or pointy fingers, maybe arrows. Woos are not acceptable. If this was a team game, there would be team deductions for that. So woot will not be tolerated. If this was a dystopian, futuristic sci-fi movie, I'm pretty sure there would be a collar that the contestants would be wearing that we would zap, that would make their head explode if they were insubordinate. All right, guys. The first card is a 3. Carolyn. We have a Carolyn. Now, Carolyn, would you be from Louisiana? Are you who I think you are, or are you just somebody that has the same name as somebody that I know from Louisiana? All right, so we need to go higher than lower. Let me just find out who Carolyn is, because if it is who I think it is, what was shitty? Put in Nancy in the naughty corner. It's fun. We're trying to incorporate fun and laughter here. So, Carolyn. Are you Caroline? My favourite Sasquatch. She's French. Is that your girlfriend? That's very. Oh my God. I didn't realise the comments were still going, but they were froze. Yeah, get comfy in the naughty corner, Nancy. I got a feeling that you might not ever be allowed out of the naughty corner. Carolyn. She's going higher. Somebody said, I'm from Quebec. Oh, that's very bizarre. Just that someone from my past was called Carolyn, and she was the one that was responsible for Prepper Baby. Anyway, all right, so what are we going? Higher. So we have hires. She's French Canadian. Is that your girlfriend, ATN? Sorry, I once made a joke about... let's not do that in case it is. But I did make a joke about ATN's girlfriend's coochie, and we never heard from him from a couple of weeks. We think, what are you doing watching them? How much do you talk about my coochie for on that channel? He doesn't. It was just a funny joke. Okay, all right. So we're going higher than a 3. Wait, we didn't play the music. Higher or lower than a 3. Shitty cards round 2. Higher or lower than 3. The chips are stacked against our contestants as they have 0 points from round 1. It's not looking good for JJ. It was a JJ jump. So we're going higher. All right. Higher. It is higher. It's a 7. It is a 7. So Here we go. Is it going to be higher or lower than a 7, ladies and gentlemen? Higher or lower than a 7? Higher. Baby Pamplin in capitals. See, she really thinks she's at the casino. Chips all in. It's because I don't... Nancy, you're in the naughty corner. That's more naughty corner time. Higher. Thank you. Thank you. Higher. Danielle. Everyone's going higher. Okay. We don't have to... We might have to handcuff you to the naughty chair, Nancy. It's not a joke. Don't make fun. If we can't respect the naughty corner, then how can we have any respect for authority? But anyway, some of you are... Yes, see, this is where you could use your pass, guys. You know what? Let's pass. But you don't have enough cards. You've got to start gambling a little bit. So, Nancy, that's still commenting. That's not. That's more time out. You remember the guy in Breakfast Club? He just kept giving out the detentions. Right now, you're the naughty Judd Nelson, and I'm the mean Dean. Doesn't really want to be here on a Saturday, but I'm just going to give you naughty corner time indefinitely. All right, let the other people. You're not even allowed to turn. Don't try and get out of the naughty corner by pretending that you're in the game. You're not in the game. You're not allowed to turn. You've got to wait till round 3, Nancy. So go off to the naughty corner. So what are we saying? Is it higher or lower than a 7? 7's a horrible number. Maid and Danielle were saying higher. It is higher. Okay, Nancy, we're going to time you out. If you can't abide by the rules, you will be timed out. And don't make me ban you. You know, we don't want to start putting pictures of naughty customers on the wall. Refuse service, just like Homer Simpson. All right, okay, 10. What are you yesing? I'm out. We're just jesting. We're just having a little bit of fun and games on a Friday night, guys. We're just having a fun and games. But I'll teach you to answer. Give me 14 comments in 5 minutes, Nancy. Make me think that people liked my brand new video when really is really you drunk and high talking to yourself. So what are we going? High and higher or lower? Where are you out? You've got no more chips. This side of crazy or hashtag Shah. We do love Nancy. So we're going higher or lower than a 10. Higher or lower than a 10. Lower. Danielle's going lower. Baby Pamplin. Parpin baby Pamplin. She's saying lower. Oh my God, guys. Aces. High. Game over. You've lost. There's no point even going to round 3. No point going to round 3. You did get an ace. I'm going to give you a saving grace, guys, just to keep going. We're going to pretend that the ace can be... Is it wild when they're low or high? All right, so let's just do that for you. After that, I need to see Killer Kyle. You're going to get it. See, Peter, this is what I said. The minute I started talking about the naughty corner, people are going to want to get sent there. So maybe the naughty corner isn't a good idea. But we can send you there if you want. You and Nancy, just don't get into any shenanigans. No heavy petting and no fondling below the waist if you are going to go to the naughty corner. Kyle, he does. That's what I'm saying. Didn't we say this, baby Pamplin, before we went? If we introduce the naughty corner, I bet people are going to go out of their way to get put in there. So off you go, killer. Off you go. So we're going to let you have aces wild. As we said, we are making it up as we go. We do want a little bit of drama. So it could be higher or lower. It doesn't matter. You've got aces wild, higher or lower. That does give you kind of like a lifeline. So what are we saying? What are we saying? Lower. I love how Rebecca, she is like the game show contestant. You can see her on Price is Right getting all excited, bless her. So lower. Aces are wild. Aces are the wild. They can be higher or lower, doesn't matter. Higher or lower, that works, right? I don't know what it says about something about a jungle. Anyway, maybe we'll find some more dramatic quiz show music. But that kind of worked off the cuff last week when we did actually start to make this up. I can see you jumping up and down. I really can. As I said, if you can find me any other YouTube channel that has an actual game show with dramatic music and almost an intro done in real live time, I'll give you a prepper baby and a squishy shit as a prize. Nancy, is it round 3 yet? It isn't round 3, is it? I think you know it isn't round 3, Nancy. The music is good, isn't it? It isn't round 3. Go and sit on the sidelines. Look, if Judy Bell was here, Nancy, this shit would not fly. She would be shutting your shit right down with her rolling pin. She would crack you in the ankle. And then probably proceed to break your fingers at 5-minute intervals, one at a time. So just sort of when the pain was subsiding, she'd crack another one. Judy Bell does like to fuck shit up. I like the fact that Glynis is actually trying to guess the cards. That would be a sort of special bonus prize if you did. So Glynis is going for Jack. So what are we going? High? It doesn't matter. It can be anything. It can be anything. The ace is high or low. So it's a 5. Alrighty, guys. So how many cards have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. You've got 5 cards. You still have your pass. You still have your 1 pass. You did lose your 1 life. Someone's buzzing me again. Anyway, higher or lower? Jay the Jaybird. Who's here? Jay? Got somebody new? Jack. Oh, Jack. So Danielle's saying higher. Oh my God, sorry. This is different music, I think. Bank. Okay, we need another bank. If somebody wants to bank, you need at least 2 confirming banks. More people are going higher. ATN's guessing this is 6. Does anyone else want to bank? Maybe we could do it in turns. I don't know. Each of you could take a turn guessing, like on the weakest link. And then who gets it wrong goes to the thing. Baby Pampin is still saying bank. Baby Pamplin bank. She's screaming bank. Guys, we need 1. If you do want to bank, I do need 1 more confirming bank. You bank the cards, Danielle, and then they're safe. And then we can continue playing. You don't want to lose the cards. Remember, you do need to get 25. So you can't really afford to be getting very many wrong. Bank. Okay, you're going to bank the cards. So these cards are safe. So good call, guys. So you've got 5 cards. Somebody remember that you've got 5 cards, all right? I'm going to think you, baby. You're the most responsible adult here. Alrighty, so I'm going to have to try and rewind the music a little bit. Alright, so we've got an 8. We've got an 8. Higher or lower than an 8. Higher and lower than an 8. You have used your bank. Just remember that. You can no longer bank. You have lost a life. You do have 1 lifeline remaining, which is your pass. You can pass once. ATM's going higher. Danielle's, damn, it's an 8. It's a shitty card. This is why it's shitty cards, guys. This is why it's shitty cards. Sometimes life deals you a shitty hand. See what I'm doing? Higher or lower? Baby P's using the pass. See, the most responsible adult is screaming pass. So guys, just forget, you don't remember, or don't forget rather, you need to remember that you do have to save something. There is 1 more round. This is only round 2. Somehow Nancy is cheating her way out of the naughty corner. As I said, I'm just lucky JBG's not here, because she would shut that shit right down. She's like Negan. She's like the Negan. Not the Walking Dead AMC campy gay as fuck hipster Negan, but the actual comic book Negan. It was bad ass. See, I don't know all of this. That's why you're in the naughty corner. Bob Barker. Yeah, I do need to start getting maybe a game show microphone. So, are we going to go with 1 more pass, or are you guys going to gamble on the 8? Baby Pamplin did say she wants to pass. We do need 1 more contestant to confer if you want to pass right now. But do remember, there is another hand of shitty cards to play. I can't believe this is actually really working as entertainment way more than I thought. Papa out. Not sure what that means, Glynis. Not sure what that means. No one's... Have you spayed or neutered? Joker, pass out. I'm not sure. So you want to pass? Okay, we're passing. That's what it is. Pass out. No shit. So we're passing. Okay, guys, you have no more lifelines available from here on out. You cannot afford to get anything wrong. Okay, so we're going to turn over one more card. Someone did say it was the Joker. Didn't someone just say it was a Joker? Killer Kyle. All right, you know what, Killer Kyle? You've just won another life. Killer Kyle, for calling the Joker, wins an extra life. Okay, guys, you've got to give it up. Killer went the extra mile there to get you an extra card. So if you do call that, this is a good thing. Making it up as we go. If you can guess the card correctly, only one of you needs to guess the card correctly, you will win either a life, a pass, or a bank. So what do you want to choose as your additional bonus lifeline? Do you want an extra life? Do you want a pass? Or do you want what was the other thing I said? I can't remember now. Another life, so you can get one wrong. So you get an extra life, you can either get a pass, or you can get another bank, but you can only get one. Choose. Now, Nancy, what did we say? It's round 2. You're not a contestant. You're not a contestant right now. You've got to wait till round 3. There are only 6 cards left. You will be coming out of the... You know, in hockey, when they put them in the sin bin, that's the naughty. You're in the naughty corner. You're not allowed to play. Do I need to get puppets out and put on a performance with the show so you understand? What part of you're in the naughty corner don't you understand? What part of that? What part of it, Nancy? What part of it? Don't make me get the triggered Karen meme up. I will do that. But anyway, sorry, what did you want is your extra lifeline. Nancy. We don't want to have an old yeller situation. That's all I'm saying. We don't want to be doing any murdering of beloved family pets live on air. But you want to... Okay, so we're going to listen to Baby Pamplin. So, Baby Pamplin, you have gained an extra... Or Killer Kyle, you have won the team an extra bank. I'm going to use Baby P as the team captain because she is responsible. And maybe, guys, you know, if this was maybe the World Cup in soccer, there might be doping. You know, after the game, they might come around and check that none of the players were using performance-enhancing drugs. I don't think we want to be testing Nancy tonight, is what I'm saying. If this was okay, so you've gained an extra bank. Good job, Killer Kyle. And that's, again, any card that can be turned over, you can win extra lifelines. So is it going to be higher or lower than a jack, guys? Higher or lower than a jack? Higher or lower than a jack? Higher or lower than a jack, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting tense here at Shitty Cards. After a terrible first round, our contestants come away with 0 points, but they are making a desperate fight back as they do try to gain those 25 points. So is it going to be higher or lower? Killer, Caroline and Etienne are both... Nancy, that's still interacting. Like, the naughty step means you don't interact. I will put you on a timeout if this continues. And as I said, if Judy Bell was here, I don't even want to begin to know what it is. So it's Killer Kyle's going for a 7, as well as did somebody else say 7? No, that was Killer Kyle. All right. Just behave, Nancy. It's not a 7, no life, but it is lower. You're still going, guys. How many cards do you have? Remember, we need 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not bad, guys. Not bad. 8 cards. And is it going to be higher or lower than a 4? Higher or lower than a 4, boys and girls? Higher or lower than a 4? Shitty Cards. Caroline is going for higher than a 4. Baby Pamplin screaming higher. Etienne's going for the 1. He's trying to get an extra life. See, he's taking that. Always needs to be one player that's willing to take that gamble. So we got higher, higher, and ATN is going. Is that an arrow? Oh, it's an arrow. Everybody's saying higher. Okay, guys, higher than a 4. I do hope. I don't want to look. And join us after the commercial break to find out. That's what I would do if it was a TV show, right? Can you imagine the drama of having to come back after 3 minutes of, do you have painful hemorrhoids? Is it uncomfortable to sit down? Are you afraid to use public transportation because sometimes potholes will cause burstage? You need anus cream, the #1 patented anus cream relief for hemorrhoid sufferers around the world. Warnings: side effect may include volcanic diarrhea and projectile vomiting, rectal bleedings, involuntary menstrual cycles, premature ejaculation, and erectile dysfunction. Anyway, that would have been the commercial break. So we are back. So what did we say? It was higher. It was higher. It is higher. King, king, king. Baby Pamplin. Loved the commercial break there. That would have been dramatic, right? Okay, I've got to rewind the music back just a little bit. I'm going to have to try and record this on a better loop. All right, so is it going to be higher or lower than a king? Higher or lower than a king? Higher or lower than a king? 4 cards remain. 4 cards remain of hand 2. Lower, lower. Lower from ATN. The music makes it, right, killer? Lower, lower, lower. It is lower. It's a 6. It's a 6. All right, guys. 3 cards. How many do you have? Now, do remember, you have got an extra bank. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. 3 remain. It almost means you do need to, maybe we'll bring it down to 21. I don't know. We'll try and make it so you win. But 25 cards. There are 3 remaining. Let's go back to the music. Higher or lower than a 6. Higher or lower than a 6. Glynis, is that a bank? Do you want to bank it, Glynis? Higher or lower than a 6. It's the worst card. 6s, 7s, and 8s are not favourable, really. Danielle saying higher. Danielle is saying higher. ATN saying lower. That's what I'm saying. The 6. This is going to be a different one. So we do get the majority. Carolyn's saying higher. So I think that's 2 higher. ATN's going for the 2. Good stuff. Glynis. Baby Pamplin says higher. That's the winning vote. So higher than a 6, guys. I'm hoping. Otherwise, we can't really take this to game 3. We can't. Unless you want to kind of, like, maybe you could double your money or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What is it? It is higher. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, guys. I'm actually getting excited for you. There are only 2 cards. There's not even a real prize. That's the fucking crazy shit of this. So let's come back a little bit on the music. Higher or lower than a 9. Higher than lower than a 9. Higher. I'm not sure what shape that is, Glynis. I like that Carolyn's laughing as well. So higher or lower than a 9. Higher or lower. Carolyn's going lower. Carolyn. Killer Kyle's seeing the money. There. Nancy, at this rate, you're going to get timed out of round 3. Glynis, those aren't. You might be in question. You know what? Go to the naughty corner with Nancy, Glynis. I don't know what they are. Lower from Baby P. Atian, what's that? A penguin? Freeze. Oh, maybe that's for freeze. I don't think that's an option. You've only got a bank. So what are we saying? Higher or lower? Baby Pamplin's saying lower. Danielle's saying lower. It's a 2, guys. I think you've got this. I think you've won round 2. Maybe you need to win 2 rounds out of 3. How does that sound? Rather than get 25 cards, you need to win 2 hands out. I don't know. I still like the idea of getting to 25. It makes it more challenging. Okay, guys, there is 1 card remaining. Is it going to be higher or lower than a 2? Higher, 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 higher. 1 card. Higher, higher. Baby Pamplin's going. It is higher. It's the Queen. Congratulations. You have won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You are halfway there. Now just think, had you have banked maybe 6 from round 1, you might have been there, but you don't or do you still have your bank? You have 1 bank left, I think, right? So you do have to get 12 right. You have to get there's still a chance. As it is round 3, we will give you a double or nothing option on 1 turn of the card. Baby Pamplin will be the decider if you want to go double or nothing. So let's say we've turned 2 cards and you've got I don't know, let's say a 3. If you want to double or nothing, you will get double the amount of cards that you have banked, including the card that you turn over, as long as you get it right. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right, you can play now, Nancy. All right, this is round 3. You're allowed to play. Glynis, you were pretty well behaved when you went to the naughty corner, so you can play too. But as I said, we need highers and lowers. No woot-woots, question marks, or the other ones. Hang on again. Sorry. It's not the same unless we do the thing. Hold on, guys. It's round 3 of shitty cards. Welcome to round 3 of shitty cards, and thank you there from our sponsors. We can do this. So remember, guys, you do need 12 cards to win, but you are on round 3. So round 3, you do get to play the double or nothing card. You also have chances to win an extra lifeline. You've also got your option to bank because Killer Kyle won you an extra lifeline in the last round. So as I said, you can call a double or nothing at any point on this round. If you get it right, you will get the double amount of cards that should or may not help you get to your target. So 12 is, you really, you kind of haven't got any error for margin on this, guys. So remember, you do got a bank, and try to maybe win yourself an extra life. You see what I'm saying, guys? It's not impossible. We got through the last one. You managed to turn over all the cards. And it was fun, right? I'm not lying. I even started to feel that a little bit this side, especially when we're getting near the end of the cards, and especially when some of you started answering in capital letters, uppercase. I can feel that this is possibly a winner. This is going to leave Wheel of Thrift for dead, I think. All right, guys. Times 3 multiplier, 0 times 25. Yeah, we're not going to be using any Federal Reserve type systems here. Okay, the first card could not be crueler, guys. It could not be crueler. It's a 7. So higher or lower than a 7, guys. Not the best way to turn out. Nancy, that's a woo-woo. Don't make me send you back to the naughty corner on the first turn of the card. Dang, I know. Oh my god, look, Danny out. ATN's going lower. This is the worst card. But look at this way, guys. Remember, once it's played, it's played. Get the 7 out the way earlier. So Danny out and Baby P don't want to do anything. You might want to use your bank right now. Think about it, guys. Think about it. If it's lower, 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 everybody's going lower. Baby Pampin, ATN, and Danny Yao are saying lower, lower, lower. So that's 3 lowers. And Carolyn's going lower. Okay, and it is. Join us after these commercials. It is a 3. Awesome. Good call, ladies. Good call. Well done. Okay, so only 10 cards are needed to win, guys. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 guards on the board, and you do have your double or nothing option to play. Remember, guys, you do have your double or nothing, but it's only cards that you have banked. So what you got banked in this one, that would be double or nothing. Higher or lower than a 3.
Audio jungle.
Audio jungle. I think that's what it says. Audio jungle. Higher or lower than a 3. Higher than lower than a 3. I would have been inclined. Always go with your gut. Higher, 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 higher from Baby P. Higher. Any more highers? Any more highers? ATN's going higher. Glynis, take me higher. Alright, I think it is going to be higher. I was just waiting for the music to end for dramatic purposes. So higher, higher, higher. Dun, dun, dun. Guys, things are looking pretty good for you right now. You got over the 7. You started horribly with the 7, but come back strong with a 3. Giving you 2 wonderful turns. Now you've got a king there. And don't forget, aces are high, and you do have a bank in double your money gamble. Double your cards gamble. So think about it. What do you want to do right now? Do you want... This is when I would be using my double or nothing, guys. Because let's see, you've got 3. With the turn of the card... If you get it right, lower than a king, that would give you 8 cards. You would only need 2 to win. Danielle's going lower, but do you want to play your double or nothing option? Your double your cards option. That's what I'm telling you, guys. This is a card. 4 cards are banked, or you can play in. You could be playing for 8 cards. Aces are wild. They can be high or low, ATN. High or low. We're going to go aces wild just to give it. Let's double it. That's what I'm talking about, Danielle. That's the spirit. But we do need team leader, Baby Pamplin, to confirm. Baby Pamplin, you are the team captain. No, not lower. Do you want to go for your double? Do you want to double your nothing? Your cards here. We will take lower as the thing. Okay, Danielle, we're going to... Maybe Baby Pamplin's having a senior moment, or maybe Nancy passed her the Pookie, and she just had a little tweak from 2 to 10 herself. So we're going to go double it up, right? So we are going to go double. We'll take Vice Captain Danielle. It's a 6, guys. You now only need... I know, you should have shared it sooner, Nancy. Don't make Baby Pamplin wait like that. But look, Nancy, look, Becky, Danielle did good. She was the vice captain. She's won you 8 cards. You only need to get things all of a sudden, and you've still got your bank option. You can bank those cards now, and almost assured that you will get the required cards for victory. So Baby Pamplin, if you've put the Pookie down, do you want to bank your cards at this point? You only need 2. You only need 2. I'm going to take Glynis. Let's bank them. They are safe. You've banked your cards. Higher or lower than a 5. That was a good call. You got a 5. No lifelines remain. No lifelines remain. This turn of the card could win. It is really down to this one turn of the card, guys. This card wins or this card loses. The piggy bank, it is in the bank. So you've banked everything right now. You've turned over, but it has to be higher or lower than a 5. Look at Baby P with the shit in the puke. ATN stepping up with a higher double. He's confident. He's taking it. He can see victory in sight. Higher than a 5. Baby Pamplin's going higher. Let's see if we get, my goodness, you know what, we really, if ever, hang on, if ever we needed the music, it was at this card. Oh my god, no. Glynis is actually feeling the stress that you could lose everything on the turn of this card. Etienne's going for, he thinks it's a 10. It would give you, it wouldn't really, the extra life at this point wouldn't really help you. I'm just going to let the music play, adds to the tension. Etienne's going higher and he's saying it's a 10. Everybody else is looking around, not knowing what to do. We've used our lifetimes. 2 cards seemed all so easy. We banked and then we got a 5. Danielle's going higher. I win a mini meat stick. I don't know, it wouldn't be the same. If I can find another mini meat stick, I would. It is too much stress, right, Killer? Too much. So we've got a couple of hires. Etienne and I think Danielle are going higher. Baby Pamplin's stepping up and saying higher. Is it gonna be higher? High on life. Glynis, I'm guessing that's a higher. Danielle is sweating. Let's hope it's not your undercarriage that's dripping with sweat. That might be a little bit unpleasant if you've got to get the bus home from work. It's a winner, guys. We need some kind of celebration music. This isn't very celebrationary, but you won. You won. I should have kept the buns. I don't know whatever happens to the buns, but you won the game. But we need some happier music for when you win, I think. And we need sad music for when you lose. There you go, guys. You went into round 3 behind the 8 ball. I'm not going to lie. You went in with behind the 8 ball, but some smart plays at the end earlier that hand really ensured that you got yourselves the winner. So that a little bit more fun. And as I said, we have been trying to formulate and format this game, so it is going to be a little bit of funny. A new game. We did just play 3 rounds of shitty cards. I'm not even sure how long that took. How much time did that kill? Was anyone keeping track? But that was fun, right? It was great. Wheel of Thrift. No, I could get it out, but I'd have to like really kind of dig around, and I've already been bending over a bit, showing my butt tonight. What time is it? It's 23:33, so I think we've been over a couple of hours now. I don't know, because I kind of want to stop. I do want to smoke as well. Would anybody like, what if we do take a legitimate piss break, smoke break, and we can come back maybe in 5-10 minutes? I like Wheel of Thrift. Or is that Wheel of Theft? Is that what you do in Louisiana after dark? You spin the wheel of theft and then go out and steal things from the neighborhood. If anybody doesn't object, if I go and have a smoke, I can put some music on in the background for you. It's like a card party without the beer. We can play another round if you guys want. I'm happy to do that. This could possibly, we could almost have a shitty, I'm thinking of trying to get my telethon fundraiser ideas up. Maybe we could have a shitty cards telethon, 10 hours of shitty cards. How does that sound? Would that be something you'd be willing to do? So Baby says roll on tea. Do you want some music while I'm rolling? Maybe I can make this a little bit we're turning it into a radio show. Hold on, guys, let me do something while I am doing that. Want to walk around? Yeah, you can walk around if you want. I don't know what's going on outside. It's either violence or cats having sex. So I was going to put some music on for you guys while I'm rolling. Have you got any objections with that? I'm still here. Don't worry, I'm just kind of doing something because we're on intermission. You get to look at Karen. I'm trying to select some music for the smoke break, guys. While I'm gone, you get to enjoy Karen and some tunes. I get to enjoy some nicotine and marijuana. I might almost do a little sneaky fart outside as well. I am sort of clenching one in right now. Who's enjoying these tunes, right? They're pretty funky. Right, so I've got a couple of tunes lined up while I do start to roll. Hopefully, I'm actually can't see your comments right now, so you guys gotta have fun with yourself. When we come back, we will play another game of shitty cards. Who's enjoying the tunes, although I can't read your comments? This is where you guys can mess around and talk about yourselves. Maybe coordinate your plan of attack for the next round of shitty cards. Okay, we will be back momentarily. I'm still rolling. I also do need to pee. So sorry, I don't see your comments right now because I am playing music. And Karen's up. Oh yeah, now I've got it. Everyone's on a break. That's what I'm saying, guys. Go take a break. Need to listening to some tunes. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm almost kind of tempted to start trying to do like radio shows, perhaps. Maybe just put a picture up instead of like seeing my hands or my face, and maybe just doing some talking, playing some music in between stuff about, topics of interest in. They kind of feel like thrift store tunes to me as well. If you were kind of walking around a thrift store, these are sort of things you might hear in the background, perhaps. It's saying we've gone on for 2 hours 30 minutes. So I have peed, gathered snacks, ready to play. I haven't even finished rolling. I love that. Was some multitask. Baby P, like when you say you peed and gathered snacks, that wasn't at the same time. You're not wearing like adult diapers or something and you just like peed while you were bending over by accident to get the Cheez-Its off the bottom shelf by accident at all. It's okay, some ladies of a certain age, that is a problem. Nothing to be ashamed of. Fills in the dead air. Just keep the music on while you're talking, fills the dead air. I actually did a video the other day where I played the music in the background. It's one of my Truthaganda ones. Fills in dead air. Yeah, the musics are good. I try not to give you much dead air, though, guys. I'm going to put on a tune next called Mambo Delic. So you've got a few tunes lined up. I am going to go out and smoking. I'm going to smoke now, Nancy. So if you're going to smoke, guys, now is the time to do it. And we'll be back in probably 5 minutes. This is the official break. Thanks for tuning in to Tsp TV live this Friday night. And we will continue after some groovy tunes from our non-sponsored, royalty-free playlist. And I'm back. My God, that was perfect timing. The music just ran out as I returned. So welcome back, guys. Let me just get the camera back up on the screen. My God, do you remember when this was so difficult for me? I was getting frustrated and ranting at the people that developed this app because I used to get hard-ons. All right, guys, over the data analytics. So we are back. It is time for another game of shitty. Sorry guys, I've got to go all the way back and get the hold on, I forgot something. Bear with me, guys. Now if I can remember which image it is. Wrong image. Wrong image. Wrong image. It's got to be this one then. It is. Okay, guys, are you ready for Okay guys, welcome back to Shitty Cards. It is another round. It is another hand of Shitty Cards. And in the last episode, our contestants did walk away with the star prize with a stellar performance in round 3 after a dismal start, where they come away with 0 cards in round 1. Will Nancy be put back in the naughty corner for her insubordinate, that word I'm trying to say. Anyway guys, welcome, thank you for tuning in once again to Shitty Cards, brought to you part of a live TSP live, part of the Shit Video Productions group. That was a much needed little nicotine and marijuana break. Without any further ado, let's shuffle the cards. See, I'm trying to be a game show host presenter here, guys. Tell me I'm not a man of many talents. And a cute butt, by all accounts. The ladies earlier when I was bending over were having quite a field day. And I'm pretty sure some of those middle-aged gussets were getting a little bit of moisture. Probably the first time in years. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the proceedings of Shitty Cards. And there is some inappropriate grown-up kind of game show host humor involved for you there. So much I know, right? And this is what I'm saying. I should be making a living doing this, right? I'm wasted in the kitchen with fucking Caesar salads with no croutons. I'm trying to do fancy shuffling. It's not really very good, but you can see I kind of have shuffled them a bit. Let's split the deck. Let's put a couple there, couple there, couple there, couple there. Let's go boom, 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 boom. And let's go dung, 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 dung. Alrighty, so let's go. It's round 1, right? Round 1 of Shitty Cards. Game that is taking TSP TV by storm, where players and contestants alike can't get enough of Shitty Cards. If you want to be a contestant on Shitty Cards, please call the number toll free below. 555 jugs. Okie dokie, guys. So just trying to get the atmosphere, there. So it was a wonderful last episode of Shitty Cards, and this is actually a pretty good live show. We've got a few glitches, got some things sorted. We come together as a little bit of a team and interactive to tweak the studio. We had a little bit of informative discussion earlier. I hope that will be retained for you guys with regard to what is going on south of the border. Down in Minneapolis. But here we are, guys, distracting ourselves, having a card night without the beer, as Glynis said, although I'm pretty sure some of you out there do have some beer flowing, possibly some stronger liquor than beer, and I'm pretty sure maybe down on the bayou there are some substances. I'm joking, Nancy. Alright guys, so it is round 1. Are you ready to play? The first card is an 8. Hopefully you know and remember the rules. Audio Jungle. Higher or lower than an 8, ladies and gentlemen. Audio Jungle. Higher or lower. It's a horrible card. It's a horrible card to be starting on. Don't forget, you do have all your lifelines available to you at the moment, and you are able to win more lifelines by guessing the card correctly. Everybody, ATN, I love your spirit, man. He's courageous. While everyone's looking at him pissing their pants, oh my god, it's an 8. Is it going to be higher or lower? ATN steps up higher. Glynis with a higher. Baby Pamplin, she's going higher. Okay, guys, so it is higher than an 8. That is, Nancy is I'm thinking we might just have to put you in the naughty corner before we even turn the cards over. Might save us a lot of trouble in the long run. Okay, so everybody is saying higher. Oh my god, guys, it is a queen. It is a queen. Great strong start. So already 2 cards on the board. Only 23 remain. 23 cards. So is it going to be higher or lower than a queen? Higher and lower than a queen. Higher or lower than a queen? You were going for the king.
Audio Jungle.
Nancy's on the wine. Okay, lower from ATN. I fluffed laundry, folded it and started a new load. Baby Pamplin's going lower. Nancy's going higher than a queen. All right, we're going to go with lower. We're going to go with lower. Maybe Nancy's got a time delay or something. She's watching the previous round. So we are going to go with lower. Killer. ATN said lower. Baby Pamplin said lower. I think Nancy is delayed. Yeah, possibly. There might be a little bit of a... It does happen. There is a 20-second delay. But higher than a queen. I mean, goodness gracious, if you are, we might almost give you a star prize for that, Nancy. But lower, we've got 2 lowers, and we're going to get 1 more lower to confirm. Delay. Okay, higher or lower? Audio Jungle. I said higher first. Glynis said higher than a queen. So Glynis and Nancy are saying higher. Oh my goodness. So we do, it's 2 highers, 2 lowers. So we do need the deciding choice. Only 7 people are remaining for this round. Maybe we should have quit while we were ahead. But we do got 3 more rounds of this to play, guys. We might get over the 3-hour mark easily. Killer's going for a 7, so that's going to be lower. It's an ace. Aces are wild. It is lower. Wow. Unfortunately, you didn't get to win an extra. I know you're trying, Shah. I mean, technically, you would have won. Glynis and Nancy going higher, being as aces are wild. They can be high or low. There you go. So, you can't really lose on this one either way if it's higher or lower. So let's just turn the card over. And you rolled 1, so your card is a 4. Your card is a 4. That's a higher or lower than a 4, ladies and gentlemen. Baby Pamplin's going lower than a 4, or was that the delay? Higher or lower than a 4? Higher. Baby Pamplin's going higher than a 4. Audio Jungle. Is that 1 Glynis or face? Higher, ATN. So we've got 2 highers. Lucky. Audio Jungle. Higher or lower? So I think we're going to be going unanimously higher on this, but we are waiting to see if there are more contestants willing to play. The majority will rules. Okay, time's on. Gotta get an answer. Answer is needed. Is it going to be a higher or lower? Ugh, Killer. High. Glynis is saying high. That is it. Glynis is going with high. Is it going to be a high? Is it going to be a high? I don't know. Is it going to be a high? Is it going to be a high? I feel 2, but higher. It was higher. 9. Oh, wait. Right. Gotta rewind the music just a little bit. I should try and remember the seconds when it starts. Okay, so you are on a 9. How many cards do you have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off to a good start, guys. You've got 5 cards so far from 5 cards played. You have got a 100% track record so far. You only need 20 more cards to play. And what have we got available here? 8. We've got a lot of cards left. You've got more than enough cards to get there quite comfortably at the moment. Glynis is saying bank. We will need one more confirmation on the bank to keep your 5 cards. Remember last time, guys, you did mess up very badly in round 1, taking away no cards, but come back strong in round 3. Baby Pamplin's paying banks. Okay, you do got, what is it, 5 cards we said? 5 cards are banked. Those cards are safe. Okay, so we are going to turn the next card. Remember, you have 1 life and you have 1 pass remaining. You've used your bank. Okay, so you have 1 life. You can afford to get 1 wrong. And you can also use your pass. And remember, there is also the opportunity to win back an extra lifeline by guessing the card correctly. Okay, so you've passed. Oh my goodness. You banked and you've got a 6. That's okay, Danielle. Welcome back. Oh, sorry. Let's put the music on. Is it? Yeah, the 6, the 6, the 6. So you remember, you do have a pass available. You do have a pass. And you do also have a life. There is 1 life. There is 1 life available. Pass. There's a Glennis is passing. Oh, Etienne's going higher. So we need either 2 passes or 2 higher or lowers. Life. Well, you can't like use it's like if it's wrong, then you lose your life, like in a video games. You know what I mean? Higher. So we've got 2 hires. You guys want to go higher? So kind of you lose life. Okay, we've got 3 hires. Okay, guys, 3 hires, then a 6. Will it be higher or lower? It's higher. Good call, ladies and gentlemen. So you're doing very well. How many cards do you have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 18 cards remain, guys. You still have your life. You can afford to get 1 wrong. I take back my pass. Okay, well, that's why we do need more than 1 pass, Glynis. So you're lucky. You still have your pass available. Right, okay. Is it going to be higher or lower than a 10?
Audio Jungle.
Audio Jungle. Higher or lower than a 10? Higher than lower than a 10? Higher or lower than a 10? Danielle's going lower. Killer Kyle's going lower. Straight away with the lowers. Glynis is just making... Glynis, you know what? You're in the naughty corner. Baby Pamplin's lower. Okay. That didn't help us. The emojis didn't help us then. Naughty corner for Glynis. You're going to sit out 1 turn. Not a complete round, just 1 turn, Glynis. You're not as disrupted as Naughty Nancy. But you will be getting a small timeout and won't be able to play. So everybody's saying lower than a 10. But don't worry, guys. You do get 1 loot. You don't win that card. So you've lost. You've got a 5. So, okay, see, you have lost 1 life. So I think you've used your bank, and I think you might still have your pass available. There are 4 cards to play for on this round. 4 cards to play on this round. So it's a little bit tricky now. You have used a couple of your lifelines. Higher or lower than a 5? We'll have to take it to the adjudicators, Gladys, I'm afraid. We will have to take it to the adjudicators. Becky Pamplin's saying lower than a 5. Becky Pamplin's saying lower than a 5. I won, you cheater. That sort of action will only get you more naughty chair time, Glynis. Higher or lower? Higher or lower than a I've done everything possible to make you guys win. Otherwise, you wouldn't have won at all. So it's okay, Danielle. Oh my God, higher or lower than a 5? Higher or lower than a 5? Danielle's saying higher. It is 3. I can't remember. I can't remember. Are you going to say 3? Are you going to say 3? What do you mean you're trying to catch up, Nancy? We're not on a hike. It's a game. You should be in the same place as us. I mean, there might be some delays. So higher from Glynis, higher from ATN, higher from Killer. It's a jack, guys. You're looking good. Although there are still 3 cards to play. 3 cards to play. Higher or lower than a jack? Higher or lower than a jack? Okay, the lag. Lower. Baby Pamplin's saying lower. Danielle is saying lower. Nancy's just saying okay. ATN's saying lower. Looks like it's a unanimous lower here, guys. Killer Kyle also lower. It is lower. It's a 3. Let's keep the music playing. Let's keep the music playing, guys. 2 cards to play. 2 cards to play. Higher or lower. Rapid round. Rapid round. Higher or lower than a 3. Higher than lower than a 3. I'm guessing some of you might be going higher. ATN was 1 card away. He called the 3 last. Yes, the 3 was out. Come on, guys. Rapid round. Danielle saying higher. Dang, is the 2 out? I can't remember. This is why you need to, I can't answer that. I'm the quiz show host. You've got to remember these. ATN saying higher. It is higher. Okay, the last card, guys. Higher than lower than a 7, or do you want to pass? I don't know if that's behind the delay. ATN saying the king. I think ATN's got a piece of paper and he's writing lower than a 7. No, Danielle's like, see how angry. It's a fun look at the game. We could almost like take this to the networks. I mean, they did deal with no deal with just people opening boxes, right? Turning cards has got to be a little bit of an upgrade. Bank. I think you've already banked, haven't you? Didn't you already bank? Baby Pamplin, didn't you bank? I mean, if you didn't, you can bank. You can bank. But bank, yes, bank. Okay, guys, you've banked. You've banked. If you didn't bank before, I don't know if you're cheating. I'm taking your word for it that you didn't bank. Or did you pass? You used a lifeline, right? Okay, so you've banked. So the last card, higher or lower. Your cards are safe, but you will lose this card if it's wrong. Not a biggie, guys. You still got 2 rounds to play. Plenty of cards to play for. All you need is 25. Not this round. Okay, guys. So Nancy, everyone's banked. Your money's banked. Good call, guys, on the banking. So even if you lose this card, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Danielle, are you saying higher than a 7? Pass? I think you used the pass. Or did you lose a life? I can't remember. Lower. Danielle's higher. Baby Pamplin's lower. Come on, we need a deciding one now. It doesn't matter if you lose. You've still got your cards banked. You have 2 rounds to play. Killer Kyle shocked. We need one deciding. Maybe I should try and find some more quiz show music while I'm alive. Everybody's stumped. There's 1 card, guys. Don't forget, your cards are banked. You can't really lose. You're only going to lose 1 card. It's 2. Who said lower? Baby Pamplin. Okay, guys. Let's say that we went with Baby Pamplin. Higher. Just as well we turn the card. So let's count what you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guys, almost halfway there. 3 games to play. You only need to get 13 cards to win. But you have used up your bank. And did you use up your pass? Or you used up a life, I think. You used up a life. Okay, guys. Do you know what time it is? Hold on. Let's see if I can remember the right. I am shuffling the cards, don't worry. I'm going to try and get them laid out in time for the music to finish, so it'll be ready to play when the intro finishes, the intro ends, okay? Round 2 of shitty cards. The cards are laid out ready to play. The cards are laid out ready to play. So, without further ado, the first card is a king. That's a good card to start on, guys. That is a good card to start on. So how many cards did you have? Can you remember? Tell me. You need 13 to win, right? You need 13, or was it 12 to win? 12. Lower, lower, lower. 2 lowers straight away, sorry. It is lower. It's a 9. Should we keep it rapid? So higher or lower than a 9. So keep count of your score, guys. Audio Jungle. No, you need 13. You're halfway there. Lower, lower, lower. We've got 2 lowers and a 9. It is lower. It's a 4. The quicker we can do this, the better, ladies and gentlemen. So is it going to be higher and lower than a 4? Higher or lower than a 4? Audio Jungle. Higher! Good call, Baby P. Good call, Baby P. We need 25 cards to win. So you come out of round 1 with 12 or 13. So you're nearly halfway there. Lower, lower, lower. It's a queen. Good call, guys, because aces are wild. Aces are wild. Higher or lower than a queen. Higher or lower than the queen. Higher or lower than the queen. Lower, lower. It is lower. Look at this. Speed round. Round 2. We're getting through this quite rapidly. Higher or lower than 3? Higher or lower than a 3? Higher from Baby Pamplin. Let's see if we can get 2 highers. Higher from Danielle. It's a jack. Higher or lower than a jack? Higher or lower than a jack? Lower than a jack. It is lower. Alrighty. Higher or lower than a 5? Higher than or lower than a 5? Higher or lower than a 5? This is where it gets difficult. What have you got left? Any lifelines? You've banked. Now it gets dicey. You've used your pass. It is dicey. Higher from Glynis. Higher from Glynis. Pass. Do we still have the pass available? Is the pass available? I don't know if it is. I should have been keeping track. Nancy's saying hi. I think Etienne's saying hi. We haven't used the pass. Okay, if you haven't used the pass, now would be the time. But you don't get you have to. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I know what I'm trying to say. I'll just figure it out when we get there. Okay, so do you guys want to use your pass at this point and protect your cards? Pass that shit. Brilliant. That might be the thing. Do you want to pass that shit? Okay, so you are passing that shit. It was a 10. Had we gone with Nancy, you would have still had your pass, but that's okay. You don't win the card because you passed it. What do you got available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 on top of the 12, right? Did you have 12 or 13? Okay, more stress is good. So there's 8 cards. If it's, you only need 5 if it was 12. I think it was 12, right? So you got 8. So you're up to 20 cards now, and you have passed. but you've got a 2. That was a good choice to call on the pass. So is it going to be higher or lower than a 2? I'm going to call higher. It's a 7. The ace is already gone, right? So all right, guys, higher or lower than the 7. No lifelines remain. Only 2 cards on round 2. This is where you could all lose it, guys, which would make round 3 exceptionally higher. So I think I got 2 higher and 1 lower. 2 higher and 1 lower. 2 higher, 1 lower. I think we've got 3 higher now, 1 lower. Unfortunately, guys, you've lost round 2. It's all to play for in round 3. It's all to play for in round 3. So close, guys, so close. See how much fun and stress and excitement this is. I'm not going to bother getting the shitty card decal up and playing the music. We will just shuffle them. So that was a bit of a shame. We'd started so strongly on round 2 there as well. I can feel the devastation in the audience as well as among the team. So close. You're only a couple of cards away from winning. Now you've got to do it all over again. You're still halfway there, which means you pretty much need a clean sweep on round 3 with no lifelines, with no banks. This could be tough. This could be tough. You really are going to try and need to win yourself at least 1 lifeline here, guys. But you do have 12 cards banked. Every card matters now. Every card, every turn is essential. I can't believe everybody's gone quiet. Everyone, oh no, it wasn't. I just wasn't following down. Okay, I'm reading the, I'm devastated. Nancy's got angry. It should have been higher. I went twice. Infused stress. I don't know, guys. I'm not a real game show host. I'm not actually kind of really keeping scores here. We are actually laughing my ass off. So, as I say, guys, as long as you are getting entertained by this, then there is a purpose behind it. And as I said, this might have been a more fun Friday night than we would have possibly imagined. So, round 3, guys. Round 3. Don't forget, you do get the option of double or nothing on this round. So you've already got 12 cards. Okay. Oh, look at that, guys. You are off to another one. Nancy, and I can drink her wine. So let's come back and play the music. One last time on this Friday night. Higher or lower than a king? It's a king. ATN's going lower. Okay, Nancy, we're looking at the naughty corner for you if you keep on about your wine. This is round 3. Shit's serious now. Glynis lower, Danielle lower, ATN lower. It is lower. It's a 2. Oh my goodness. And don't forget, guys, you do got your double or nothing. You do got your double or nothing. I won't be using it here, though. You do got your double or nothing option. Higher or lower than a 2, guys? Higher than lower. Becky Pamplin, we're going to go higher. No, only a fool. 9 would say lower. Okay, so higher or lower than a 9? Higher or lower than a 9? I feel like we're getting our ass kicked. Lower, lower. Lower from Glynis. Okay, Nancy, this is round 3. Round 3. No time for emojis. We need highers or lowers. Killer Kaya saying higher. So we need a deciding vote. Higher or lower. Higher or lower. Deciding vote. Audio Jungle. Lower from ATN. It is lower. It is lower.
Audio Jungle.
Higher or lower than a 4. Higher or lower than a 4. Is that lower than a 4? Lower than a 4? You guys going lower than a 4? Higher from Glynis. Higher from Danielle. Sorry, KK. Higher than 4. Okay, Baby Pamplin, we've got the highers. Oh, sorry, just it is 8. Good job, guys. Good job. Let's just do a tally of your cards when the music finishes. So let's check what you have. You had 12 from round 1. Lost everything on round 2. On round 3, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 17 cards. No lifelines available. You do have your double or nothing option available. But that isn't the best of cards. I must admit, an 8 isn't kind. Isn't kind, and nothing remains. It's kind of win or lose. Each turn of the card is that. So let's get the tunes on. Nancy's saying higher than an 8. Higher than an 8, lower than an 8. Etienne's going higher, Nancy's going higher. Danielle's saying lower. This is crucial now. We do need more people voting. More people voting. Higher and lower. It's got 2 highs, 1 low. If the next vote is higher, then it will be higher. If the next vote is lower, we will need 1 more vote. William, welcome, welcome. Coming for the higher. Now, this is it. If this card is wrong, if it isn't higher, then you guys are going away empty-handed. You didn't win the first game of shitty hand cards, but by popular demand, because you won, you wanted to try your luck and win again. House always wins, guys. So William's saying hi. Glad to see you here. Oh, unfortunately, guys, Audio Jungle. Shitty cards. Shitty cards. Sorry, William. You just showed up and you run everything. Hey, Anika. I said lower. I know you were the only one, but everyone else said higher, Danielle. The majority. We go with the majority. Lost the game. Anyway, guys, it is just for fun. There's no actual prizes, but the enjoyment levels, I'm sure, were there for all. That was a pretty sweet sweet Friday night, and a good way to fill out a good proportion of the show. So Anika's here, and William, we're gonna probably, what we doing, 1 hour, 3 hours, is that 3 hours 13, 3 hours 15, I don't know. And there's time for round 3. This is where I should start saying, okay, if you want round 3, guys, we're gonna need the tip jar filling up, but I'm not going to do that. I do want to play another game, but it is kind of gone midnight. I do need to start thinking about getting ready a little bit and prepared mentally for my exploits tomorrow. I've got 12 hours, or in less than 12 hours, I should be back at Queen's Park. But the point of the matter is, guys, I want you wanting more. I want you to tune in next time so we can play some more shitty cards. I think we've got that pretty well. Mod girls, we will kind of try and write down the rules and maybe try and keep a little bit of better track in it. Nancy, you're always trying. I know, very trying indeed. So I do got to kind of get up, and I do try to get to sleep, and I do got some messages that I do need to kind of respond to. That's not going to say I'm kicking you out the door, guys. We will wrap this up, but I want to keep shitty cards a little bit kind of, I don't want to be playing it all night, but as I said, guys, I do think that we might be putting together some kind of fundraiser telethon. I do need to get, I know some of you guys have been incredibly generous supporting me at the moment, but I am kind of going into ventures where I do want to try and make this a little bit, I want to make this job, this my job. I don't really necessarily want to have to rely on having to go to work in kitchens and stuff like this. There's no real end in sight. Well, there possibly is, but it's going to be another 3 or 4 weeks at least before my restaurants open again. And even then, when I do get to go back, it probably will be on very, very less hours than I was due. And by the time that comes around, I really will be kind of in the hole, in some debt. So kind of what I want to do before then is maybe do a little fundraiser, try and raise an amount that I got in my mind that can keep me afloat for the next 2 months. Best case scenario, 3 months if I could get the winner chicken dinner beyond kind of expectations, but within realistic realms. So something I did think of is doing a TSP telethon, maybe trying to get some merchandise sorted out, maybe put some pre-orders in for the merchandise, some stuff like that. But it is going to be something that may be coming next week if we do a fundraiser or TSP-a-thon. It will be as much fun as I can, as well as putting some information in. You know, we could almost play 10 hours of shitty cards if you really wanted to. I'm happy to do that for the rest of the day, or pick a day out and we will have a 10-hour TSP telethon, but there will be kind of a target that we would need to reach. But anyway, I don't know what you guys think about that. If not, you would be down and willing to do that. As I said, it's kind of not, if I do a telethon, it's like I'm kind of putting on a performance or putting on something, putting on effort rather than just people. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to earn my crust rather than panhandling on YouTube. But as I did say, guys, a little bit of a dream of mine before this pandemic was hopefully to possibly make a little bit of a living for myself. Do you know what I might do, guys? Seeing as Anika and who turned up the light. Hold on a sec, because I do like kind of now I can get a little bit of this Streamlabs sorted down, certainly the basics anyway. That's the thrift store doors that we open at the beginning of the show, guys. Okie dokie. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Alright, let me see if, how did we do this last time? Where did I sit? Was it this side? It was this side, right? And hold on, guys, sorry about this. Hold on, I forgot as well, I've got to do something else. Where did we put the box? Over there? Was that how we did it? Yes, it was. Alright, I know what I'm doing now. Perfect. Hey, it's me again. Do I look fat? I don't know if I look fat. Maybe it's the way I'm wearing my hat. I don't know. Or perhaps I need to kind of, the camera's looking up. That might be better. I don't know. But I look a little bit chubby. The camera, they do say, puts on a few pounds. Hi, Danielle. Hello, Anika. Hello. So I don't know, guys. Should we go ahead? Shall I schedule a TSP telethon for next week? When would it work better for you, as opposed to working better for me? Is what I'm kind of saying. When's everybody free? Tomorrow cards. Not tomorrow, Glynis. Tomorrow I'm at the protest island. It's Saturday. I'm possibly going to be out for quite some time. Depleted uranium gas exposure from where? Who's depleted? Oh yes, there you go. I got my live feed tomorrow scheduled 12 p.m. at Queen's Park. Hopefully we'll be at the protest for the rest of the day. Maybe, not guaranteeing it, but you might see something either live, or I might be doing some recording in the evening. There are little plans beyond the protest for tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow we need you to be freedomist in it all through the live feed. Nancy, if you can, hashtag free, cut and paste it, then it saves you time. You can just cut and paste and put that in tomorrow during the live show. So that is going to be a little bit of a good thing. I did kind of almost think about taking an actual jar and wearing it around my neck. Hey, Tsp Tv tip jar. I don't know if that's a good idea, or whether it's going to look like I'm kind of like I say, a panhandler at the where was I sitting before? Was it like this? Because we want to get the shoes in. There we are. That's what was weirding me out a little bit. I was sitting in the corner. That's it. Okay, so I wanted to get my shoes. I don't want to get the doors in the background. Desert Storm Shield 9091. What's that about, William? We're talking more about. I do got some stuff that I'm trying to retrace to put together a third blue beam video. Lots of shit have been going down in terms of stuff in the sky. The Royal Air Force for in the United Kingdom, they have the Ministry of Defence, and the RAF, they kind of have a little bit of an X-Files agency of their own. They declassified over 650 UFO sightings, as well as the Pentagon, as well as there being a crash just the weekend before last, 2 weekends ago now. There was a crash in Brazil. More of the blue lights that we saw over Madrid, over London, over in Australia, even over my hometown in Swindon. There was a video, a guy that lives in my town sent me a picture of there. I think he has info for you to interview him. Who are we talking about, Becky? Is this the uranium explosion? Am I missing something? Let me get the other phone. Sometimes I'm trying to read the comments off the screen, which I kind of, that's what I'm trying to do, and set the camera up so it looks like I'm looking at you, but I can read the comments before I. William has some stuff to interview him. William, okay, cool. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Thank you. Good job, guys. William, I'm going to put my email in there. Email it to me. And something I do want to possibly try to do, and I did speak to Hoopties about this, and possibly Almal. Yeah, because I remember you were talking about it when I brought up the blue beam stuff. You were the one that kind of confirmed, because you are former military, and I believe, again, I salute you, sir. But you served in the Gulf, right? Lots of crazy sightings. Something I do want to do is a little bit of an effort of probably doing a viewer TSP collaboration. So maybe Hoopties has also been looking a lot. She sent me a lot of good stuff. I don't know if she's stuck around or not, but she's given me some really good info on the blue beam. And William, you also stepped up with some good information before. So something, I'm not going to say it's going to happen in the next few days. I've got some stuff lined up that I might be busy next week. But in the future, maybe when I get some more equipment, once my phone, if it ever arrives, fingers crossed, if that comes in a week, it does. If it doesn't, that's what I'm saying, I'm going to have to raise some funds and try and get another phone from probably downtown. They got a few cheapy electronic shops that I might be able to follow up by, like a good budget phone or a pretty decent stuff. But as I said, William, if you want, and you're down, something I'm thinking of, maybe we'll try and do, either we can use like Messenger video call, I can like screen record, we can talk, or maybe try and do something with Signal app where you can do like group conference call things. So maybe we could get like the viewers down, you could put your little bit of info, get your information. I know Hoopties has got her stuff, I do some stuff, and we kind of record it. We can't put it out live, but I can record it, screen record it, put some edits in, and upload a little bit of a viewer, because I want to kind of incorporate you a little bit, as much as I can in this stuff, as much as I want to give you my input. And that's why I try to structure these live feeds, so we get like a little bit, the first part of the show, that's going to be me kind of addressing the things that I want to address to. Then we kind of turn the camera around like we are now, I have a little chat with you. That's where we kind of back and forth, read your comments, questions, answers, you know, you give me some suggestions. This is, you know, the community spirit part of it. Sorry, that's kind of bugging me. I had it set up perfectly earlier. That's it, I think. I think so. All right, all right. Yes, yes, that's what I'm down with. William, we'll make that happen. Truth out before it's buried. Yeah. So I'm not going to say it's going to be in the next day or two. Best case scenario, maybe in the week. As I said, if I'm going to put on a telethon, it will probably be Wednesday if people are down with that. And again, you don't have to tune in for the whole 10 hours. I'm pretty sure Nancy would, but that would be an event that may be a 10-hour telethon to raise the funds needed to firstly pay my rent, because I am 2 months behind now, and before I get back to work it will be nearly 3 months, so you know what I'm saying, guys, and then I'm gonna have to work to it's getting a little bit desperate. I was hoping by now maybe something could be coming in, but there are some prospects and some possibilities that from my meeting and my endeavors going forward from now on, that there might be some reimbursement or some kind of funding coming in. I don't know about that, but that's what I'm saying, guys. I don't want to be begging, but I do want to make this my job. Something I spoke around on Wednesday and possibly during spring break last week was viewer funding, that maybe somehow, some way I can find a way to give you something, you know, maybe a t-shirt, or we get some merchandise a month, maybe send you a little meet stick, you know, maybe a few give an annual sponsorship. Maybe I'll find a way of each month sending you something, be it a t-shirt, a nutsack, a homemade MRE, a meat stick, maybe even a prepper. It might be tap, but do you know what I'm saying? You subscribe for a year, then each month I try and send you something, or maybe make a video. I don't know, but I'm working with this, but you've got to help me out here, guys, and this is kind of a little bit where I'm going. I'm not saying I'm desperate, and I'm not saying I'm about to be evicted. I just don't want to get into a situation that I'm uncomfortable, and now it is, right? I was hoping that maybe in May something, you know, my restaurant might be open, I might be able back to work, but it's going to be the end of June, which by then it's not going to be looking good. All right, I mean, this is the thing, Killer. I'm probably going to be busy all day tomorrow until I check my inbox tonight. But I do, if you can, make some kind of crude website for me. I'll let you know the kind of rough details and name. But think Red Pill Truth, but upgraded in something that isn't kind of got that conspiracy tinfoil hat. But I will drop you a quick email, or even maybe Discord after I get off the air tonight. But that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm kind of improving, and I think coming out of spring break, I still had a few little tweaks. You know, last week I was having difficulties, and also I lost my fucking phone in the middle of that. Before that, so the last couple of weeks has been kind of, as I said, 3 steps forward in terms of improving, editing, intros, stuff like that. I mean, guys, I'm really like kind of impressing myself. I'm not bigging myself up, but kind of when I look back at some videos I was making maybe only 2 or 3 months ago to the video I put out today about the Manchurian Karens, and it's very simple. It's no special effects or fancy anything, but I just kind of, I'm starting to enjoy putting my content out, and I enjoy seeing the end product, and I hope you guys are as well. And you know, I'm branching out in different ventures. That's what I'm going to be seeing, some of the cooking with tea. We're going to be seeing some fiction decoded videos. That's what I'm going to start calling predictive programming. I want to bring you more content. I want to expand this. I want it to be a TV channel where you come for entertainment, not just the one repetitive message or you know, genre. You've got everything here. You've got your prep and pantry videos, how I haul at the dollar store, Sensi prepping. There's a whole bunch of playlists. There's over 50-60 videos that you can entertain yourself, look, watch, learn from, or even dismiss. No, I'm not going to prep like that. That's just nonsensical, but that is there. I've also got, you know, my MRE reviews, right? That's fun, entertainment, light-hearted. I've got my prison ramen recipes. We've got all the live shows that we started doing and saving now on playlists. I've got my lockdown stuff that I'm doing, so I'm bringing a lot of content to try and bring as much entertainment. You don't have to watch every video. Baby P, she does. She's one of my biggest fans. I know there are a few of you that do watch each and every single video, but the thrift store prepper, it isn't, you know, I can definitely continue just prepping at the thrift store or the Dollarama and making videos out of that and making it interesting and keep keep people there. And as I said, I want to try and get better. UHF, Weird Al Yankovic, you know, that movie, big influence on me. The Oddballs, running a TV station, that's a little bit what I'm trying to do. Maybe something we could also do in terms of shitty cards is maybe on Messenger. Once I get another phone, if I can get the 2 phone system up and running sooner or later, maybe we could try and do shitty cards live with 2 contestants, perhaps, or a live contestant sort. And as I said, I do want to kind of get some prizes and stuff like that. Who knows, we may even try and get Wheel of Thrift, and maybe we can have a live show, just game shows, you know, TSP game night, right? So we play Wheel of Thrift, some shitty cards, that's entertainment. Maybe have a little trivia quiz. So I do want to bring more entertainment content, and if this is going to be my job, and I don't know if or when I'm ever going to be going back to work in my kitchen, then it gives me also more of a purpose and something to think about, rather than, you know what I'm saying, guys? So TSP TV will always have its roots, and it's, you know, I'm always going to be the thrift store prepper, but I'm hoping by now, you've been around for long enough, you know that there's more to me than just putting beans and rum in plastic containers, right? I've got a bit of a mind, I've got a bit of an eye for things, as well as a bit of an entertainer, and that's what I want to do, kind of create this channel into everything YouTube says it not, and actually kind of be a shit video production TV channel where I actually make programming for your entertainment. So I'd like to think that maybe, you know, in the future, you can tune in on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or whenever night we go live, watch the live show, and then maybe on a day that we're not live, I have 2 or 3 videos that might fill out, you know, 3 or 4 hours of your evenings viewings. You can watch maybe one of my, you know, conspiracy or documentary type videos, should I say, and then maybe you could watch an MRE review, and then finish up with a Tokyo sushi candy unboxing type deal. You see what I'm saying, guys? I don't know if any of this is working for you, or making sense, or sounding good or bad or stupid, but I'm going to be thinking about wrapping it up very shortly. What are we at? Can somebody let me know what the time is? Oh my goodness, Glynis, did I do a 9/11 video? I don't know how long you've been around, Glynis, or whether you were away last September. I made 18 9/11 videos, over 20 hours of footage. I did a series entitled September Tuesdays, where I brought you what I thought was my concise series of events and what actually had transpired that day. Unfortunately, though, Glynis, YouTube, they didn't like that. That was hate speech. They come after 2 of those videos in quick succession. I got 1 community strike for hate speech, and then because I got 2 within a day, they considered it, and it was the same topic, they took it at 1. So unfortunately, all of those 18 videos, all those 20 plus hours of 9/11 content, anyone who saw them will tell you that that was the 9/11 that no one's told you. I'm not saying no one, a few people have, but how I kind of put it together, that was, am I right? Whoever watched it, tell me I'm not talking out my ass and blowing my own trumpet. Yeah, that was stuff. It was, and that was a little bit back then. That was kind of my baby. I mean, I didn't edit or anything then. I was just kind of using some screen recording techniques that I'd learned. I was still very, very shit video production, but 9/11 was something that caused a lot of damage in my previous relationships, perhaps, or certainly my previous relationship before I left England, and even, you know, something I just spent an awful lot of time looking at, down a rabbit hole, causing myself sort of stress, anger, and distress. And directed Dr. Judy Wood's Dustification, Toastified Cars, none of that shit was caused by jet fuel. And there's no way. The guys next door are having a party. I don't know if you can hear that. It is actually a beautiful, beautiful moon out there. But yeah, they used the directed energy weapons. And here's the thing, Glynis, I'm not saying they didn't use some kind of controlled demolition, but the physics for controlled demolition weren't even there. Because what you have to understand, let's say you've got a building that's like maybe this tall, 100 stories, right? So when you do a controlled demolition, the most space that is in a building is the air between floors. And when they take out the floors, then the air between, that's kind of what comes outside, is what is removed. And then once you kind of pancake the buildings on top of each other, you should be left with 30% of the initial height. So if it's 100 feet high, once the demolition, they've taken out the struts and the air and the space between the floors, you should be left with a pile of rubble of 30 feet. Are you with me? 30%. All right. So if it's 1,000 feet, you'd have a pile of rubble 300 feet. So with the World Trade Center, we should had a pile of rubbish or rubble close to 500 feet tall. All we had was a big fucking hole in the ground. They disintegrated, and you can watch the videos in slow motion. They disintegrated those towers in thin air. That dust cloud that you saw, that wasn't smoke, that was the building disintegrated into tiny, tiny, tiny particles. So yeah, they did a little bit of demolition to take some of the struts out and to sort of start bringing it down, but the DEW come in and it disintegrated that building before it collapsed in free fall time, because had it have been a controlled demolition, there would have been a pile of rubble built up on top of it, but there wasn't. Look it up, 9/11 holes, ground zero, Dr. Judy Woods, where did the towers go? And then when you've done that, look up Ace Baker, the Great American Sight Opera. No planes, no jet fuel, no Islamic fundamentalists with box cutters. But to answer your question, Glennis, yes, I did quite a concise, it was a month-long kind of event that I did September Tuesdays last year. And kind of a little bit, as I said, that was a little bit of me kind of maybe putting a little bit more time, effort into my videos, but they got community striked. I got taken down for a couple of weeks. I had some more videos about Oklahoma City, about Operation PATCOM, kind of lined up in the works. I mean, I still have those ideas and stuff in the back of my head, and could possibly do those in any time in the future. But community strikes and stuff like that, you know, they come after me. I'm shadow banned. I had to delete 200 plus videos just to keep this channel afloat and from being terminated. And the content I put out during that time, I kind of was very limited and restricted. I didn't want to put anything out that would upset the algorithm and shut this shit down, because, you know, believe it or not, I become a little bit fond of you guys that watch me, and there's a little bit of affection there, and I'm pretty sure that might be a little bit mutual. They were hot from the energy. There's actually reason to believe that whatever the energy was pushing them out, that there was some kind of stuff, something in there like microwave, and that's why they were taking their clothes off. They have this technology for riots. It's kind of on the top of a truck, and it kind of emits a microwave energy into a crowd, and when they've been sprayed with like the water hoses, then it kind of, the magnet, it kind of will feel like it's burning. And that was something that was going on in 9/11, that people who were jumping out of buildings or were hanging out the windows were taking their clothes off. Very, very bizarre. And that's because possibly the water sprinklers had made them wet, and then the microwave energy that was being pumped into them that was pushing some of them out the window. Because that was another thing, the jumpers, some of them were like 30 feet away from the building. That's not even something an Olympic runner would have to have a big run up, and still wouldn't be able to do that. And how these kind of people, I've actually, in one of the videos that was deleted, it was a little bit concentrated around the jumpers, and it was also concentrated around the art group Gelatin. If you've never heard of Gelatin, there's a reason why they keep this shit out of the New York, the 9/11 conspiracies, because Gelatin is possibly the caught red-handed smoking gun. These were supposedly a bunch of art students that were broke, yet somehow for 1 year managed to rent an entire floor, not just a little cubicle, a whole floor of the World Trade Center, one of the most expensive real estates and rental, rental spaces on the planet. Bunch of artists, an entire floor. And what they carried in there was a very, very bizarre project where they kind of took everything out of the wall and put up a cardboard maze and wood, so you couldn't really see what they're doing. And then they took out one of the windows on this, almost identical to where the plane struck. They set up this little balcony, and it was a hole in the window, and they got a bunch of people to come and stand up on the balcony and look out the window and wave. And the helicopter was outside of the building taking the people's photographs as they waved from the balcony. And Gelatin also have a book. If you look at the Gelatin World Trade Center book, fuck me, that is some very, very, very cryptic shit right there. I've seen those arts people video. It was weird, totally weird. Exactly like Kinstain. Exactly, William, you're the hot dog, and if you kind of wrap a bit of wet paper around a hot dog and put it in a microwave, little chef tip for you, it kind of doesn't burst, but it steams, right? And then you can kind of wrap it off, and there you go, cooks it faster. So yeah, 9/11, guys. This, I'm not saying it is the fucking oracle of knowledge, but there is a lot of knowledge in there about 9/11 that a lot of people I have seen report on 9/11 won't even choose to address. And I kind of feel that if you're dismissing stuff before you've even looked into it and researched it, then that is part of your problem, is why you're never going to get a truthful, honest answer. You have to overthink, you have to look at every single avenue and possibility in order to remove some of those possibilities from the theory, if you see what I'm saying, guys. Totally weird. So anyway, guys, how many minutes have we been going for? We've got 10 folks watching. So did Wayne come back? Is Wayne still here? If he is, he's a local guy. Hopefully I'll catch him tomorrow at the protest. So anyone, let me know what time we've been running for here. This is a little bit it as well, kind of killer. I'm opening up. This is it. There's nothing to hide. There's no secrets. Any crazy whack job, crack smoking YouTubers that want to out me and put a facial video up of me and try and expose me, that's pissed in your fucking fireworks, ain't it, shit cunt? But anyway, you know what I'm talking to as well. That's fucking Snafu Smokes Crack, motherfucker. But anyway, he probably doesn't know what he's doing, and he wants to go about that, making that his business, then that's up to him. But that cocksucker sent a bunch of the mafia after me a little while ago, and I lost like 90 subscribers overnight. A lot of hate-filled comments on videos that I have to remove. But I don't want to bite and go down that. That's not what I'm about. I'm not here to talk shit on other people, although I just kind of did. But you know what? I took my shit. I'm entitled to have my word, but I'm not here to start fights and riots and calling out other YouTubers. And quite frankly, I'd rather Snafu come on our page and start trying to deliver the truth, because we are under warfare, guys. The psychological war that's raging in and around us. Everyone's affected. We're not infected, we are affected. I've been affected. I was one of the first people in this city to be made anonymous, not like the first individual, they didn't pick me out, but as a service industry worker, as somebody in the chef, you know, I'm a chef, that's what I do. The bar and restaurants, they were the first things they shut down. But yeah, last year, guys, spring break was something we threw together. Some of you come by, I don't know how, you know, some of you come from the Marfugal call, some of you found us by accident during spring break, but the majority of you here do been around for a while, and however you got here is irrelevant now. The fact that you're here and the fact that you've stayed is why I want to be better. And again, no strangers, no secrets. If I'm going to be trying to make a job and a living for this, then you deserve to see, I'm not saying you guys are going to be my bosses or pay, no, but a little bit of you know, viewer funding, and maybe I can find there are aspects and possibilities that I might be getting some help to do what I'm doing and to keep doing what I'm doing as a result of where I went yesterday. But until that happens, I want to kind of make some sort of fail safe for myself. I don't want to have to rely on ifs and buts, right? So you've got that. That's my incentive, and as I said, guys, it has been a little bit of an incentive to possibly maybe not do this as a full-time job. But at the start of the year, I kind of wanted to reduce my kitchen time, maybe spend some more time here, maybe be able to make the difference up from what I'm losing in the kitchen from what I'm doing on YouTube. And again, that's why I'm kind of facing up. You see me, there's nothing to hide, and it's kind of easier when you look somebody in the eye and tell them your intent, right? And that's what I'm kind of trying to do. I am trying to be as humble in thrift store preppery as I still can, but I am just trying to up the shit video productions, and I don't want to limit and restrict myself to sort of content and stuff that I want to bring. I do want to branch out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and if there's anything, you know, maybe we might bring back a pretender prepper exposed video or two. I don't know if we get away with that, but you know what I'm saying, guys. So still nobody's told me how long we've been going for. Is it been longer than 3.5 hours? William's been hiding for 30 years. Standing in front of the devil tends to mess with you. Yeah, I'm not sure how you arrived either, Killer Cloud, but I'm glad you are. And you know, I know we've all got lives and stuff that we live, and sometimes we can be busy and can't always make it to things like this. So rightio, guys, that's it. I am going to wrap it up. Like I said, I've got to get up this morning. There you go. There's a little bit of a close-up of the boat race. There's horrible fucking nasty teeth. That'd be something nice that if I got beyond the expectations, go and get my teeth sorted out at a dentist, because that is another kind of reason I don't like looking at myself on camera. But I am what I am. I smoke weed, I drink black coffee. What are you gonna do? I can't afford. It's saying something about my chat box. Oh, what am I trying to do? Put an image on. I'm trying to pick a picture, but there's not one here. I'll let do. Alright, it's not going to let us do anything. I think we're frozen. I think that's happened. Streamlabs is frozen. I got a little message. Let me see if I can at least turn the camera around. Request cannot be completed because you have exceeded your YouTube quota. I don't know what the fuck that means. Alright, at least I think we've got the camera back here. And it's not allowing me to put the comments and stuff up on the screen right now. I've got a funny little message on there. So anyway, guys, we are going to wrap it up. So let's wrap out for a thrift prayer. For one and all, you know how that works. We do a little non-religious sign out just to ask, you know, the powers to be to look after us. So anyway, guys, if you do want to take a time just to put your hands together and be quiet, I'll give you a second to get your stuff together. I was going to swear, but you shouldn't swear when you're kind of trying to do a prayer. But as I said, I'm not necessarily praying to any god or any religion particularly. I'm just kind of putting out a request. So if you're ready, guys, I do, as always, ask the gracious guiding force that looks over us, that penetrates us, that binds us, that drew us all together, to continue to do so, and to fill us full of joy, hope, love, and consideration for fellow man, and give us the ability to help out those that may be struggling, and those that may be a bit able to do and make a difference for others, to bless and reward them for their kindness. We ask that Nancy is embraced with her son, and they are full of love, and their reunification is all that it could be and more, and that, you know, they reunite and that they have good times ahead. I hope some of you guys out there who I won't name, who may have started doing some things that they possibly shouldn't do as a result of the depression through this, don't get too dark down that path. But I ask for your understanding in keeping them safe and realizing that sometimes people gotta do what they gotta do, and don't judge people for resorting to maybe self-medication. But we ask that you make sure they don't harm themselves or come to any harm while they are doing that, and maybe try and give them some alleviation from that suffering. I ask that you keep the weather nice tomorrow, but maybe not too hot, so I'm not going to be sweating and getting heat exhaustion like last year. I hope that you give the ability for more people to be awakened and give the courage to stir up protests to end the lockdown, not just at Toronto, but around the world. And I ask that nothing more than we should be deserved as humans, the entitlement and the rights and things we need to live a happy and prosperous life. So thank you, Force, for watching over us, guiding us and leading us to where we need to be. Amen. Namaste. Allah Akbar. May the Force be with you. Be excellent to each other. Thank you, guys. So there we are. Let's get one last goodbye and say goodnight to you all. So Nancy, Anika, William, ATN, Wayne, he was here, her, Killer Kyle, who am I missing? Hoopties was here a little while ago. I'm not sure if I've missed you. Please forgive me. But thanks, guys. This has been a fun Friday night. It's a little bit of a reboot of Thursday's live show that went a little bit woo, a little bit way. We were getting some glitches and some hacking stuff. So I think we had a pretty fun show tonight. I noticed how absolutely none of you told me how many minutes we'd been done for, unless I missed that comment. Anika, yeah, Thrifty, you're brilliant and quite sexy. Well, thank you very much for that, Anika. Maybe stop medicating. I'm joking. Thank you. That's it. It was good time. Sorry you kind of tuned in a little bit late, William, but I did kind of drag on a little bit extra just for some of those that you and Anika that did turn up late. And this was kind of sort of a little bit of a one-off kind of. We don't get the minutes last side. Okay, that's why. That's why. It's actually saying 3 hours and 49 minutes. So we nearly put together a 4-hour live show tonight, guys. So if you haven't already, be sure to go check out my Manchurian Karen video. Great stuff. I think I'd be not here a while, so I'm guessing we've got a little bit of a delay perhaps. It's saying your request cannot be completed because you've exceeded your arrow href equals speech marks / YouTube / v3 / getting started # quota. It's the nerds and analytic data. He's figured it out, Nigel, get Tarquin. He's got the backup program. Let's get the algorithm to put more annoying data on his phone. He figured it out. He worked out the chat box and how to disable the analytical data. Oh my god, my erection's lost. Tarquin, help us, Nigel. Anyway, that was a little bit of a beta mail data analyze and geek nerd thing that we did a little while ago. I had road rage with a Karen the other day. Well, William, go and watch my Manchurian Karen videos, and there might be an explanation as to why Karens behave the way they do. So guys, that's it. Let's wrap it up. I could try and drag this out for 10 minutes for the 4-hour mark. But I've kind of done the prayer, done the goodbyes. I don't really know what I could do to drag it out for another 4 hours. And not 4 hours, another 10 minutes to get to the 4-hour mark. But as I said, guys, I do got a big day ahead of me. I do want to go get a little bit of smoke, maybe shower, get a bite to eat, try and get some sleep. And I've only got 8% on the backup phone anyway. So guys, I'm going to say goodnight. Let me try and figure out how to get the thing up so I can end this stupid stream. Very good. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Shit Video Productions, Tsp TV. See you at the live feed at Queen's Park tomorrow, 12 p.m. Make sure you tune in. Don't be late. Good night, guys. God bless. Take care. And remember, be excellent to one